Yo, what's good, fellas? Let me open the client. I say let me open the client, but that's like a pretty tall task. Yes, me. Dude, I can't fucking open the game. Can't open the game. Somebody. Dude, what is going on? The client is just so bad. No way I open Twitch and get the shot notification. Hell yeah. Hello, Shulk. Yo, Shulk. Guys, second channel content is kind of popping off. I don't know if you guys have seen it. The second channel content is going to absolutely fire. Minus 5 points for false promises. That's fair enough. Yeah, that's very fair. Wait, but still getting a 5 out of 10 when I got minus 5. That means today's title is fire. Second channel is the main channel. It kind of feels like it. What's it called? It's just Shock TV. I'll actually link it. Let me pin it to the top because I have been uploading a lot more on there. Shock TV. Yeah, I've been like giga uploading over there. Let's pin this. More YouTube content. Let's just pin that. It's wildly inconsistent. Let's chill. Alright. I've made it in. Let's go up. So yeah, my plan is playing the main so I lose. And then I kind of want to play some AD carry. I don't know if I'll end up playing it today. Yeah. I don't know if I'll end up playing it today. But we should do the fundamentals tier list today. I think I did bookmark it yesterday. Yeah, I did. Huge. Only on hour 1 of the 3-hour Zoe guide. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's some long boys on the main. What's up, Noctaria? Hold on, I just realized. I think I... Oh, wait, no, it's fine. Autumn Vander, what's up? What's up? Yeah. Yeah. I have a kind of, like, interesting video that I'm, like, pretty close to releasing on my main, I think. It'll be interesting to see if you guys like it or not. It's type of content that I well, I wouldn't say I haven't done before, but it's like very different from anything I've done in League before. So we'll see how that goes. Ready for 10 games on main, Gulp, and Lorian, 22 big boys. What's up? Yo, thank you. That's huge. That is huge. Yeah, I have this video, and I'm not quite sure how to title it. And in fact, I haven't like completely finished it. And I have to make some changes to it because some stuff has actually happened since. Because, like, I kind of introduced the video by talking about the ENC. And, like, given the ENC's been delayed or postponed or whatever, I'm going to have to change some of the wording. But I was thinking of titling the video something like A Night in OCE Solo Queue, which is probably going to tell you guys what kind of vibe it's going to be. Also, Editor told me today that he's done a lot of the ENC videos, so that's promising. Seriously, no, I'm heavily considering coaching. The MLA seems better bang for buck, but the one seems more personalized and maybe quicker results. The way I would see it is like if you want pure like coaching, the like best like money to or dollar I guess to minute value is private coaching. But a lot of what you're paying for in the MLA is like the community, it's the like all the resources on the website. You know, there's like a lot of extra stuff beyond just coaching. You know what I'm saying? So I think what I normally recommend to people is like you join the MLA for a month, and worst case, like you can dip. I think you can cancel. And you know, obviously again, like worst case, you can just farm all the existing content. And if you don't think it's valuable after that, like you can always leave. But I would suggest joining the MLA for at least a month. I think it'll go a pretty long way. They have done like a really good job. Like there is so much shit in there. Went live earlier, I would have rated. Sorry, man. I was working nowadays. Watch ads for both Twitch and YouTube. We are revenue maxing. My fucking goat. Yeah. Putting food on the table. Working or jerking? Why not both? You never heard the phrase hard at work? They made that for me. Stay hard. Yep, that's right. Right. But your streaming is technically work. I have multiple forms of work, guys. Streaming is not the only thing I do. In fact, you know, a man like me is, you know, hard at work all the time. Today I actually did a lot of stuff. Buy yourself something nice on me. Thank you, man. The ad revenue goes far. Yeah, no, today I did a lot, guys. I made like a shit ton of shorts and stuff. Are you going into the main raw? No warm up. I haven't played, but I've like coached and stuff today. Like for me, the warm up is more mental, I think, rather than physical. You know what I mean? Like I think I don't know. I never really feel like bad mechanically going in the first game. It's more just like getting into the swing of thinking about things, right? You know, like remembering to play your war and remembering how to play level 1 and just all that sort of stuff. I normally find if I've already kind of watched League, it's fine. Profile banner in queue looks sick with the challenger board. Yes, it does look fucking good. I think my profile looks insane as well, don't you think? I think my profile looks crazy good. I'm very proud of my profile. I think the colors just fucking go crazy. I think having a matching profile, guys, is very important. So like whatever rank you are, you need to think a lot about matching this. It would be kind of nice if there were like more things to change, you know? Need to get a different honor. Sure, wait, honor level 4 is blue, isn't it? I think I need to go down. I can't select it. Main until lose? Yeah, yeah. We'll see how long it takes. Hi Shark, what's up? Needs Winter Wonder Ori. Yeah, it could kind of match. Noctis, my go. What's going on? Either you go to GM or Master, depending on the honor. Well, I'm not going to GM. I'm not going to GM, guys. I'd sooner quit this game than go back to GM. Damn, he needs so much LP still. Need GM for Orange Purple? How are you doing? 306? What's GM? Like 900? Oh yeah, it's not too bad. Who's been holding you back? Let's investigate. Norms? ARAM? Dude, this guy doesn't even play the fucking game anymore. Funeral food? Senna? What the hell possessed you to play Senna? You just, Pike was banned or something? Oh, wait, actually, good Serpent's angle. Mod Sinner as Ori? Oh, dude, that feels so good. Like, I started that matchup especially. Like, winning that matchup feels amazing. Just for fun. What is fun? Guys, I don't even know what fun is. Why is it on your server rank when it's 2,500 EU is 5,000? There's a couple reasons. The big one, obviously, is population, right? Like, population normally leads to, like, higher LP. But the other big thing that didn't used to be the case is you actually gain different LP on EU than you do on OCE. So when they reset the servers, they changed the servers that got reset, like EU and NA and stuff, to plus 30, minus 30. But OCE is still plus 20, minus 20. So you just earn less LP total. Obviously, the gains and losses are the same, but, like, you know, since people keep going up, you go up quicker on a major server. I suspect, like, if OC had the same population as EU, but still was plus 20, minus 20, I suspect that rank 1 would be, like, 3,500 or something, you know? So it is quite a big difference. How do you win games when you keep rolling the worst teams in almost every game you have a 0-10 laner? I mean, to be totally honest, you're probably just gonna lose, you know? I think the best thing to do is, like, try not to read into it too much. The reason I say that is because it's really easy to look at those games and be like, okay, yeah, like, I have to somehow figure out how to work or how to win when I have, like, these absolute animals. And, like, don't get me wrong, like, some of these games might be winnable, but you've got to be really careful not to fully change the way you're playing the game to try and win some game that, like, really had no business being won in the first place. You know what I mean? I see that all the time. And the best, like, concrete example I can give of that is people saying stuff like, oh, my bot lane always loses, so I need to play a roaming champ, and then they start playing a champ that they've never played before, and then they lose more, and they're like, damn, that doesn't work, you know, like, now I have to try something else, and they just kind of, like, chase their tail, they just, like, go in circles, and they never really find something that works, and the reason is because, like, it's as simple as, all right, we'll just play a champ you're good at, and play the game normally, and you'll win. Imagine how tired I am. You must be. Why do you think the LP system is different after Masters? I mean, simply put, the gaps didn't used to be so large. You know, like, it used to be that Master was like 0 LP to like 400 LP, and GM was probably about 400 to maybe 700, and then like 700 to maybe 1300 was Challenger. So I don't think you really needed more divisions, honestly. But as LP inflation has gone worse, like, I don't know how long you've played, but if you go back to say like season 6 or something, rank 1 Korea was like 1300 LP, right? And again, Challenger was like 800. The ranks used to be like quite a bit more squished at the high end. And the reason for that was because it was much more difficult to get into master percentile wise. Like, by being master, you were already like, I don't know, the equivalent of, let's say, master 500 LP percentile wise. Now, I don't know, I'm just making that shit up. But yeah, you just didn't really need it. But now it is kind of extreme, right? Like, now 3 ranks is clearly not enough to contain 5,000 range of LP. But I think 3 ranks, especially like Apex ranks, was fine for like a 1300 LP guy, especially because like 1300 LP was like really the upper end. I mean, like, most of the time there wouldn't be people at 1300 LP rank 1. You know, rank 1 typically sat at like 1200, and then maybe if someone was really good, they'd like push 1300, and sometimes with duo maybe you'd see it push 1400, but it was like very, very rare. The first name, yeah, that's crazy. What's up, Francis? The government name dropped. Government idea drop. Government name, I mean. Just add divisions until Masters, and then have GM and Shall be the same LP as Master and GM to fix people getting 10k LP. I don't know. I don't know. Like, personally, I would just revert it to how it was last season. Like, I swear it was fine. But I guess the problem with that was Master was too exclusive or something. Not really sure. Yeah, I don't know. They could probably just add another rank. I really do think they should make it so Challenger doesn't go to 5,000 LP, though. Like, even if the ranks could be a little, what's the word, like, more gradual, I still think Challenger being like 5,000 LP is so dumb. Do you have a referral code for the MLA? You can try Shock 10, like Shock 10. I think that'll work. I don't know if it works anymore. Give that a try. If that doesn't work, then I have no idea. Sorry. Aegis was a big contributor. Yeah, I agree. It worked. There you go. And yeah, what caused the LP inflation? I mean, like, LP has always gone up a little bit every season, and I think that's just because people have like gotten better, basically. But I mean, the real LP inflation came when they basically uncapped the high end, you know, and now it's like out of control. Now it's out of control. Damn, long queue, fellas. Oh, it's not that long, but I was feeling the mood to complain. Maybe if I mention it, it'll pop, you know. What's up, Shock? Hey, not much, my friend. Another day in the office. What about you? Go piss? Yeah, dude. What I should say, I should like tell everyone, yeah, guys, I'll be right back, and then I should literally just camp outside my room and wait for the Riot employee to just manually pop my queue. Hey, gold today. Hell yeah. Nice. Funnily enough, I think when I promoted a gold, it might have been like my best promotion. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm trying to think like which ranks I felt happiest at. I think I felt really happy about gold. I felt really happy about master. I actually didn't feel amazing about the very first time I got Challenger, because when I got Challenger the first time, the LP was very low. I felt really good about Korean Challenger, though. But yeah, the thing is, like, I got Challenger for the first time early in a season, like early season 6. So the LP was like 200, and being like a 200 LP Challenger didn't really feel special. Obviously, I ended the season rank 7, I think. Funnily enough, same rank I am right now. Damn, guys, nothing's changed in 10 years. I'm just the same skill level, apparently. Huh. The queue is feeling suspicious. I'm really feeling about doing 80 carry climb again, guys. Like, I'm thinking about it a lot. In fact, I'm almost tempted to just, like, log off my main and just, go play 80 carry. I don't know. I hate fucking waiting 15 minutes for a game. I think, okay, you know what? I did say main until lose, but, like, what I might do is, I think if I queue up after this game and the queue doesn't, like, insta-pop, then I think I'm gonna go play 80 carry. These queue times, I don't blame you. Yeah, it's pretty miserable. Has anyone added you on Discord off the league linking thing? I don't think so. Like, normally the way people add me is they just join my Discord server and then they add me. Fun to see the Xayah. Yes. Yeah, I want to play Xayah. Did a bot lane climb and only played Mage. Nah, I actually don't really like Mage's bot. Like, I play them because I'm better at them, but I much prefer Marksman. I think Marksman are so fun. What time is it for you? It's 7 p.m. Almost. He told me he was playing League with friends yesterday. When I started his OBG, there was someone called His Kitten in his arena game. What should I do? He's gone. I'm sorry. Okay, actually, there's another play. You could play offense. You could play offense. Who's your favorite ADC? It probably is Xayah. I love playing Xayah. I think if not Xayah, maybe... I used to really like Lucian mid, but I don't really like Lucian bot. I don't know, what else? I actually think there's like a pretty big gap between Xayah and the next one for me. I would just pick Xayah every game if I could in bot lane. But I think it's pretty hard to play into double range. Whilst the offense play is like, I don't know, you have to add the girl. You have to add His Kitten. And you've got to assert your dominance. Ares Serilda. I actually didn't play Xayah when it was meta. I do remember playing against it, but I never actually played it myself. Ever tried Swain bot? Yeah, like ages ago. I think Swain's really good. I think the champ is really good. Yeah. Remember, Nyla exists. Yeah, I think Nyla is such a weird champ. It's such a weird champ. I don't know. Like, the amount of lifesteal that Nyla has is ridiculous. But then it doesn't seem to actually do that much damage. And also, obviously, she's like a melee carry, which is really weird. Hated Lethality Diamond. It put me off my main champ for such a long time. I mean, I remember being broken mid for like one patch. Normally don't believe in Loser's Queue, but I'm starting to change my mind. Loser's Queue is low-key real. Loser's Queue is low-key real, but it's just because you play so much worse and also so different when you're on a loss streak. You know what I mean? I was kind of mentioning this before, but it's not just the fact that you play worse, it's that you start kind of like doubting yourself and you play differently. You try different things, you try different champs because the way you're used to playing doesn't work or you feel like it doesn't work. But a lot of the time you just gotta kind of like stick it out, you know? So I would say functionally Loser's Queue exists, but not because of, you know, any... not because of any algorithm or anything. It's just because, simply put, you do get affected when you start losing, right? And I think it's really important to realize that. Really hard, too, you know? Masters Pro at D3, 10 LP. Yeah, it sucks. But also, realize, like, don't get me wrong, that fucking sucks. But at the same time, if you, like, fully reset... Oh, I'm not even kidding. If you just, like, don't play this game for, like, a day, or maybe even 2 days, and you come back, like, you'll start winning every game. I swear to God, just start winning every game. One thing I like to do, guys, and I don't know how useful this will be for you guys because, like, you don't save your vols probably, but one thing I used to do is whenever I felt like low confidence or I felt like I was playing bad or whatever, I would go back to look at games where I felt like I was really good or when I was, like, playing really well, and I would just, like, kind of watch. Not even to necessarily look at, like, what I was doing right, you know, like, what was I doing then that I'm not doing now, but to realize, like, oh, yeah, like, I was really fucking good, and, like, I knew what I was doing, and it just, like, oh, yeah, like, I can just do that, you know what I mean? Yeah, self-blamed, yes, 100%, like, save, if you can, save some of the games where you play really fucking well, and again, you'll probably go back and you'll be like, wow, it's actually kind of not as complicated as you think. 1 game a day for 4 months coming to gem based. I fuck with that. I honestly think if you had like unlimited time, what you would do is you would queue your main literally until you lose every day, and then you just log off your main and you'd only play on your Smurf. Obviously, that's like maybe not the best way to improve overall, but I think for win rate, it's probably the best. Am I your favorite? Yeah, at a 20 stream streak, we're going to have to pump those numbers up. What's your landing guide where you talk about 2-3 wave crashes? I feel like in my game, if I'm trying to contest, push the waves, just die before the minions build up. You can definitely 2-wave crash. The waves just die before my minions build up. You're probably pushing too fast. I am like making a new landing guide, and hopefully that'll be out. Well, it's probably not going to be that soon, but yeah, you're probably pushing too fast would be my guess. I always say average Cinder is terrible, but I didn't believe it until I started playing your bottom-filled sport. These motherfuckers are clueless. Yeah, that is so true. Yeah, I'm telling you, the average Cinder is really fucking bad. And they can just get away with it, man. The champ is busted. It's better just to 5-man min and try to end. I still don't think you should 5-man. It should really be 4-1. Should be like your safest person is the 1 and then like 4 mid. Or 4 bot or whatever. When is the Twitch chatter tier list dropping? I don't think I can do that, guys. I'll make some enemies. Plus, we all know who's an S tier, right? I was rewatching your mage landing guide earlier. Yeah, that is an all-timer. I think it was really good. Can you coach Alistair on control mages? Yeah, I can help him out. You'd be an F tier? No shot. As long as I get above Autumn, then the tier list is good. Warm-hearted American girl, S tier. Brother, there's only 2 of you said that. Damn, she lives rent-free in your heads, guys. Would you consider yourself a backwards mechanic? I'd consider myself a national hero. Haven't seen her in a while? Bro, she's been here. She's been here. She's just name changed. Guys, come on. Come on, guys. It's incredibly obvious. If you know, you know. What situation do you split 1-3-1? With Baron, I would honestly say basically never. I think it's just too risky. In mid-game, I mean, it happens kind of often. It's just like if both of your sides are safe. Normally, it's kind of risky because being the 1 on the weak side is quite dangerous. But if you're really safe, you can do it. I'd say 1-3-1 overall is kind of... It is greedy, though. No way, this isn't a 35-year-old basement-dwelling man. I hope it is. Yo, big man, what's up? Shock, you look African today. Thank you. Been watching your Orianna guide for around 4 months with Phase Rush. Now would you recommend Storm Raiders? Storm Raiders is like, it's kind of hard to use. It is still good in games where like the other runes aren't good, basically. Like if your poke's not going to stick. But it's a lot harder to proc than Phase Rush. Why do you participate in the style that Rise doesn't scale well? Well, it's just because there's a lot of comps that like shut him down, right? I would say in the current meta, Rise scales better than he did. You know, like there aren't as many like long-range bullshit, I would say. So I'd say Rise scaling at the moment is actually not bad. But, you know, it's kind of game-dependent. Like, let's say, again, you verse something like Caitlyn and Syndra, you know, Rise is not scaling in this game. Even Akali and Garen, can you 1-3-1? Probably, yeah. Again, it depends what they have, right? If they have low threat versus if they had, like, Nocturne or Evelynn or something like this. Guys, I'm in a 22-minute queue. All right. After this game, I will insta-queue on my main. If it doesn't pop in 5 minutes, I'm going to play AD Carry. That's my plan. I'm not waiting 30 minutes for another game. Do you have some advice playing Smolder, Taliyah, Mid, and Silver? Really general advice? I would just make sure you farm really well and you choose your fights carefully. That's, I think, the biggest advice I can give you. Like, don't get caught up in random fights that are bad for you. So glad I joined now, not when stream started. Yeah, well, it's going to be no different, right? It's going to be no different. You'll be here another 20 minutes before we pop. Play Masters so I can Q snipe. Yeah, I don't know. It feels like kind of, I don't know. Like, I kind of hate smurfing, sort of. You know what I mean? It does feel bad, I guess, to play your good champs on a smurf. Because it's just a bit too easy. And it's, like, kind of disrespectful a little bit. But at the same time, it's like, I can't play the game on my main. I actually just can't play the game. I didn't improve your threat assessment. I think it's mostly, I don't know, it's mostly like thinking about what the core abilities or key abilities are scary before the fight starts, you know? I'd say that's the big thing. Learn new champs on Smurf? Yeah, I should. But also, like, I don't want to learn new champs all the time. And also, I really don't like learning new champs on stream. Like, I agree, like, that's what I should do. It's probably the best thing I can do. But, I don't know, there's like a reason I don't do it, I guess, right? main champs in jungle. Or around the jungle. Can your old fundamental videos still be applied? Mostly, yeah. I do need to update some of them, but yeah, I'd say mostly. You not have fun learning Aurelia on stream? Honestly, no. Most of the fun I had learning Aurelia was off stream. You're donating a free coaching session to whomever you're reversing. Yeah, if they're like, if they approach it with like the right mindset, right? But I think there's a lot of people that just like, you know, they get shit on by a Smurf and it's like really unfun. And I get that, you know, especially if the skill gap is so big that they can't learn much from it, right? Because sometimes it's like, okay, you know, the game is just over at level 1. Or not over, but you know what I mean? Like, it's hard to learn from after this because it's so one-sided.
You got something to hide?
You learn jungle on stream. I'm sure chat would be really respectful and not annoying. That's right. When food tier list, CBA. My point is that even into Kate's Sinner late game, you can one-shot them. Yeah, okay, sure, but that's like, dude, if you can like flash onto a Caitlyn or Syndra, like, I'll be honest, like that guy sucks, you know? Yeah, I'm not saying, I mean, I still think Ryze is super broken. Like, I think we all agree Ryze is S tier, right? I just don't think, if all you're gonna do is like AFK scale on Ryze, I don't think that's a reliable win con. But I do think the ability to like snowball early game and then still be useful late is quite valuable, yeah. Oh, wow, there's some interesting stuff here. Do you like this year's or last year's Rift gimmicks more? Things like last year's Atacon and Fate? No, I hated Atacon. Atacon was the worst thing ever. I think Atacon is the single worst thing they've ever added to the game. So that one, I'm very glad is gone. I overall like this season better. I think the season's actually pretty good. Honestly, like, I keep saying this, but pretty much every single gripe I have with this season is simply the matchmaking. Dude, what the fuck's going on here? Am I really picking Cassio into Caitlyn? It's really good to have DPS here. I think I am doing this. I don't really want to be Cassio and Caitlyn, but I think it's still the best pick for the game. What are your thoughts on Gwen mid? I think Gwen's just like an OP champ, so like if you can get a good Gwen matchup, I think it's just good. I think Gwen mid's probably exclusively a counterpick. What makes Ryze worse? You could go Ryze, but like, similar to Cassio, I don't really want to be Ryze into Caitlyn. Also, I think Cassio's a lot better into Zac than Ryze is. But, I mean, you could go Ryze here. I don't think this is like a bad Ryze game. It's a fine Ryze game. I just think... Honestly, I don't really know what the actual best pick is here. It's probably like Lissandra or something, but then, yeah, I don't know. Lissandra with fucking Oceanic teammates, it's risky business. Thanks for the streams. Cheers from Weston. Hey, what's up, man? Thank you for the kind words. Appreciate it. All right, let's see how this goes. Not super happy about this game. Really don't like 5th pick Ezreal. 5th pick Ezreal, dude, when they fucking first picked ADC. So useless. Oh, so useless, but it's fine. Wow, actually high-low lobby, though. It's cool. Beans Braum. Wait, so Braum counterpicking an Ornn support. It's broken. Wonder if I should play Roa or not. They do have an Ignite Katarina, which makes me kind of think I should. You know what, I might ward this, actually. Just in case of Braum. I think if I'd face check that bush in a Braum, it could have been really scary.
Wealth is valuable only as a means to power.
I have 30 ping, I'm lagging. You can play LB. I just don't like LB into Zac. Just because, again, you need DPS, you know? Like, someone has to kill Zac. And, like, okay, we ended up with Kindred. I guess it's okay. I don't know, just, like, I'm really... What's the word? Like, I really... And maybe this is incorrect, but I really don't like leaving the comp, I guess, up to other people, you know? So, like, if my team hasn't locked, like, AD carry, and I've seen, okay, yeah, like, we're gonna have something that can kill Zag, I just fucking make sure I can do it myself, you know? Because, like, that Ezreal, obviously Ezreal's, like, not a great champion as Zag, but that very easily could have been, like, a mage last pick or something. And then, yeah, I don't know. And again, I think that's kind of, like, a bad mindset almost to pick so, like, distrusting of your teammates. But if I'm going to cope a little bit, like, I'm 2000 LP, I can basically guarantee that my teammates will be weaker than my opponents. Like, that's how it should be, right? So, I kind of always have the feeling of I need to not just, like, do well, I need to, like, 1v9 to win, basically. Which, I'd be really careful having that mindset, guys, because I always tell you, it's a lot harder to win by 1v9ing than just playing consistently. And I might even just be coping a little, honestly. How you doing? I'm good. I'm good. What about you? Yeah, I'm fucking lagging. I'm 35 ping, and I'm feeling it. Which you know, well, I'm like rank 7 right now, so I'm basically just referring to being really high rank. Yeah, this guy has no farm, but he has chunked me a lot. I wonder if I should just base. I think I'll just base early. I should... yeah, I don't know. It's not that good. It's not that bad, but not that good. Rank 7 like D2 or D1? Say it's closer to Emerald. Does it still refund the mana? Yes, it does. That's why you, like, try and E-order the creeps to last hit them. Because it's, like, just makes a higher chance that one of them gets them. It used to be only refunded mana if it killed it, but now, as long as it's in the air, you get the refund. Dude, I'm fucking... Yeah, I don't know if I'm No, I'm not coping. I am actually lagging. Who do you think is the best mid laner in OC mechanically? I don't know. Mechanics are like... I don't think anyone knows the answer to that. It's so hard to tell who's the best mechanically. Also, like, different people have different ideas of what mechanics is. Or mechanics are, rather. I'm auto-filled. Riot Games. I think I don't know what I should build. Like, I want to go Catalyst, but I also feel like if I build Catalyst, I might just not be able to carry in time. Can you justify not saying Curzio? Because you guys, like, you guys say Curzio because he plays mechanical champs, right? That doesn't automatically mean he's the best mechanically. I'm not saying he isn't. Like, maybe he is. My point is, I don't know. And there isn't a good way to tell. And you guys are just thinking, okay, yeah, like, he plays Katarina, so he must be the most mechanical. If that was how it worked, I would automatically be the most mechanical. I play Cassio. The most mechanical champ. But that's not how it works. So I'm not. See the Ancope. Do I suck at Cinder? How do I do more than be a stun ult bot? I mean, being a stun ult bot is, like, pretty good. You know, like, I think Cinder is a really good stun bot. But I don't know. I mean, get better lane, probably. Ever run Storm Surge on Cassio? Nah. What the fuck? How did Prom get there? Okay, we do want to hit a base, ideally before I get randomly killed by Zach.
I'm not so easy to get.
Guys, obviously 60% win rate. Anyone choosing 40% is a troll. Okay, there's a chance Braum comes mid at a base. There's also a chance I get ganked from top side. There's the gold you get from minions recently. Don't think so. Oh, he dies. I didn't buy Darkseid on time though. That's annoying. Cat got the kill. I could have flashed early. Probably fix my wave if you can. Nice. What's up, BJM? I'm alright. I'm chilling. What the fuck is this? There's a rumor on Twitter you spoke to a woman online before you got married. You can address your fans' concerns over this slander. Guys, there's no founding evidence behind this, okay? This is purely a, what's the word? Unsubstantiated claim, alright? Rest assured, your favorite streamer is not talking to women before marriage. Like, don't worry about it.
To the last drop.
Dude, if Cat goes ball and gets a triple kill, I will be unbelievably mad. What the fuck is she doing? Gotta be griefing, no? Gotta be griefing. How is this allowed? Are we watching this guy? This guy's in my game! This guy's in my game. Is that fucked for me to say that? Is that a toxic thing to say?
Think what I could offer.
And he's gonna win, by the way. He's gonna win.
An enemy has been slain.
I've really got to not die to any Zac ganks, which is really hard. I was so fucked that like I'm like so sure she's gonna win this game. Like their Caitlyn's 4-0, and I have an Ezreal. I mean my top laner's playing real well. Maybe can win. What's your go-to pick versus Katarina? Like Cass, Ryze, LeBlanc. I think all three are pretty good. I just want to play something that's like tanky or mobile. You know, just like something that ideally stops Cap from getting fed in the first place. Think there's any skill diff amongst top 10? Oh yeah, 100%. 100%. The top 10 is like a little misleading, honestly. Like if there is a, like, yeah, there's not enough competition these days. I mean like competitive leagues to really tell, but I promise you, like back when OPL and shit was on, there were people that would get high ranked that, not that they didn't deserve it, but like were honestly just like not that great in competitive. Damn. Pretty much no counterplay to this. Could have maybe been hugging bot a little more, but pretty much no counterplay. What is the worst champion that's regularly played for each role, and why is it Ezreal? Yeah, I don't know. I don't get why anyone plays this champ, honestly. Aurora work against Katarina? I wouldn't say it's great. I feel like a lot of Aurora's damage is quite dodgeable, but it's probably okay. Solo queue leaderboard is for solo queue. Yeah, it's just like, obviously the solo queue leaderboard is not, in my opinion, is not, there's like lots of ways to cheese it, especially in high rank. But, you know, it's up to you, I guess, like what you value. Like some people would place really high weight on like individual laning skill. And so if someone were high rank with individual, but like low laning skill for their rank, maybe you'd think they're a weak player, but they probably like make up for it in other ways, right? Like I want to name names, but I remember one guy was rank 1 and his laning play sucked in my opinion. So I always thought he kind of sucked, but I mean, at the end of the day, like he was probably not bad at other stuff because he wouldn't have gone to rank 1 otherwise. I have to cancel this base.
An enemy has
I kind of needed to stay there because my bot lane was trading. So if I just like reset, then Cat roams bot for free.
An ally has been slain.
Oh, that Zac looks fucking crazy fed.
An enemy's domination.
Huh. Updates on EMC. I got postponed till November next year, which is a real shame. I heard today that the video's coming along great, but I have to change some of the dialogue in it, obviously. Because, yeah, it got delayed. Postponed. And there's a chance Cat goes top.
An enemy
Damn.
has been slain.
Well, there is a giant top div. I don't know if it makes up for the AD div and the jungle div. Better walk top here. Oh, she's mid, okay.
An ally has
What the fuck? My Kindred died.
been slain.
What the fuck? I'm not a big fan. Hey, man.
Your team
I'm a big fan, too.
has turret.
How do you feel about Conqueror Chaos? I just think it's not as good as DFT. I think DFT is just insanely broken rune. No Caribou Camp? Well, yeah, probably not. I mean, I could still go, but obviously that was like an all expenses paid KR boot camp, so it was definitely a lot more enticing to want to go.
I'm not so easy to get out of your
Heard T1 was looking to scout you. Yeah, they probably are. Let's be honest. Alright, guess I'm just... Oh, nice. He killed Cat. Okay. Alright, someone else gets to lane versus the 2 items. Caitlyn at 14 minutes. Alright, we'll go bot lane. Who's the best player in OC Silicate? Well, Vi's the highest ranked, so that's like the easiest thing to say. Looking very handsome today. I hope everything is well. Everything is going spectacular except for my bot lane. There's a chance Cat just runs mid. Okay, she stays bot. This guy has a lot of damage. I do need to be quite careful. I want to reset. I might have to TP to Dragon. You're early today. Yeah, what time is it for you? Think you get rank 1 career with enough time? Oh, like, maybe, but by enough time, it'd be, like, several years, you know what I mean? Like, I think I'd have to just, like, live in Korea. But I think it's possible, you know, like, I don't think I lack the discipline or whatever to improve. But I think it would take me a long time. And obviously, there's no guarantee. But yeah, I'd like to believe so.
I'll take care of everything.
And Discord just started streaming. Oh, there you go. What can I do to stop Katarina from roaming? I mean, there's no way to stop her fully, right? It's basically just, like, keep pressure on the lane, kind of like this game. Do your best to give her, like, few windows into the river, stuff like that. But yeah, it's hard. It is hard. A lot of the time they do just, like, run around randomly, right, and get fed. So confused when I could buy boots. Yeah, it's funny. People, like, still don't know about that, I feel like.
Flexible. Extremely.
Are they hitting drag? Should we be hitting drag? Someone should be hitting drag. Nice auto weaving. Thank you, man. I guess I'm going top, or are we staying for drag? Yeah, I'm gonna fake my reset to top, and maybe they can test drag? Dude, we need to fucking do this, because otherwise, like, we're just losing this for free.
Every problem is an opportunity.
Your turret has been destroyed.
I think you handled Damon's Pike mid. I think I versed Damon's Pike mid in Korea. I'm pretty sure I won. It was either his Pike mid or maybe it was support. I don't actually remember. I definitely versed Damon Pike though. I don't remember what role. Maybe I versed him as support and I was Lulu and he was Pike. I like, don't really remember very well. Yeah, I'm gonna have to drop this. Dude, this Caitlyn is... I swear Caitlyn is so broken. I don't know how anyone loses on Caitlyn. I think if you know how to play this champ, it's just so disgustingly broken. Irelia the Mysterious? I mean, I was when I was in EU, yeah. I think I don't bother with that. I hate you and your family. Okay, but that, can that guy really flame? Like, he fucking 5th pick Ezreal, alright?
Everyone wants.
Really want to do one top wave, but it's pretty dangerous. Don't have any vision. The one top wave gives me item. This shouldn't be warded. She might think I've recalled, because like any sensible person recalls. Okay, I think this is a kill.
Keep your enemies close.
Okay. Now we just have to get out before we get collapsed on, but nice. No cap flash. Still need another wave, actually. I could flash in her if she goes top, but I don't know if it's worth. I don't think it is. Exact bot. Just kind of getting any benefit from playing ranked improvement wise? Nah, I don't think so. There's always things to learn. I think the, what's the word? The balance might shift more towards like watching VODs or whatever, but no, I don't think it'll ever be the case. It's Soliki's useless. Wow. Hate to say it, but Kinder being down this much CS to Zac is kind of criminal. Nice, they killed mid somehow. Might have to run here. Okay, never mind. Is your whole family gifted? Oh my god. Bro, what the actual fuck? I mean, this is just like game over, isn't it? There's some goats in my family, yeah. I think I high rolled family for sure. Dude, this is just fucked. I'm just like watching my team get fisted on cooldown. Surely they're going Baron and not ganking me bot, right? What boot do I even buy? Like, I can't... There's no point buying red boots. Like, I'll just never stack them. But, like, there isn't really anything else to buy. Like, Tabis, I don't think are that good. Mercs are not that good. Swifties are not that good. Buy Sorks, I guess. Rare Sorks Cassio game? It probably is Sorks. I mean, it's... I don't know. There's just no good boots. It should be red boots here, but we're never going to win a fight. So, I don't think it's happening. Didn't nerfing tier 3 Swifties? No, I didn't. Play some Corki in a log. Yeah, that sounds really fun. Sounds awesome, actually. Oh wow, 40 to 25. That's huge nerf. What the fuck? I guess like 40 is a lot, but I feel like 25 is kind of... What the fuck? How is this allowed, by the way? I swear it's so illegal.
Watch your step.
My champ is useless? How are we saying my champ is useless? Are we seeing what I'm against? This is like a full build 80 carry at 22 minutes. That guy is like 100% crit almost. Like, what am I meant to do? I can't walk up to him. Oh, fuck. Wait, that guy does no damage. Oh, he's gonna fight. I think low-key that guy... Wow. Just so tanky.
Enemy killing spree.
So messy.
I need Bloodletter, even though I'm still AP. Oh shit. Tom is dead. Oh, I hate that people are they're gonna look at this game and they're gonna be like, yeah, Katarina played really well because he has 6 kills. My Bloodline instead of other pen. It's still just the best on Cassio because the health is useful. The health is quite useful for Cassio. Damn, depression. Oh, well, I'm queuing 80 carry after this. I've been convinced, guys. 80 carry is most broken roll. There's no way you could have stomped her harder? Well, I'd say I stomped her pretty hard, man. I had like a 50 CS lead at 15 minutes, and he didn't get a single roam off. Like, in my opinion, I fucking crazy stomped this guy, you know?
Everything.
How free is your coaching schedule? Like reasonably, yeah. See, it's just a number. Alright. This guy is just too annoying. Can't deal with it today. Sorry. I can, maybe if I can get Bloodletter in time. Oh, Caitlyn's just too busted. Fuck, man, I can't, like, hit anything. Oh, I can't play the game. That's actually bad, because now they can't end, and I'm going to be subject to torture for a little bit longer. Flexing your muscles a bit lately? Well, this guy's just, like, he's clearly just, like, a hater or deluded or something. You know, he's just spending the whole game talking about, like, how shit my champ is and how I'm not, like, carrying hard enough. It's just fucking annoying, man. Not bad.
Double kill.
How are we doing? Well, bit upset at the state of this game, but it's fine. Fine. I don't know, I just got like less tolerance for this, I think. You know, I used to like really give people benefit of the doubt, but yeah, I've kind of changed my mind, I guess. Now, like, if someone's annoying me, I'm just gonna, like, get rid of it. Just don't have patience for it anymore.
An opportunity.
I don't know how we're ever leaving the base. I mean, we got a lot of inhibs to farm. Maybe.
Wealth is valuable only as a means to power. I know what everyone wants.
I'm pretty strong, but Zac is just... Zac's invulnerable. And we have no actual AD. What's the benefit of putting up with it anyway? I don't know. I guess, like, some people just... I get the feeling some people do it not out of, like, malice and more just because they're, like, socially dumb. You know what I mean? I think some people just, like, don't really get it. Which is fine. Maybe a little timeout will change their mind.
Power requires
Unball that shit. Thank you. Damn, it's well played. This is so fucked. It's just so fucked. I just can't play the game. Oh well. Matchmaking div. Nothing to it. Yeah, I think it's time to swap. Main's Ezreal, man. Just get me the fuck out. It's fine. It's fine. I got my ADC account. Can't want to play ADC anyway. Let me close this client. Thanks for double LP. Hey, really good game, man. Think, yeah, this thing was really fun, cool game. Seems completely miserable. Yeah, I mean, I think it's just I honestly don't even think it's OC specific. Like, it's probably worse than OC, but I mean, I would just say it's kind of a reality of how high elo works at the moment, that you have to accept there are a lot of games that are just, like, not predetermined, but heavily skewed one way or the other. I think that's the right way. I don't think you can say, oh yeah, there's like no chance we ever could have won that or whatever, but, you know, again, there's so many games where the chance of winning going into it is like 10% or 20%. And I think that game's a good example, right? Like, my support is off-rolled and countered. My ADC 5th picked Ezreal, and it's like, I don't know. It's just fucked. Sitting in queue 20 minutes for an orphan bot lane. See, that's why I have to queue up ADC, guys. I will either be the orphan, or I will take matters in my own hands, you know? Do you feel a difference when it comes to support roaming or mage bot lane? Honestly, no. I don't. I will say that I think Camille and Poppy are a little bit weaker, so like maybe that alone makes the difference. But I would not say that support roaming is actually weaker. Problem is the orphan goes to another role. Maybe, but AD carry is so OP. I swear to God, ADC is so broken. You know, I believe it anyway. Alright, let's see how we go, guys. So I hit GM on this account last year, playing Marksman only. We're starting D2, although I think my MMR is not bad. 16 games, yeah, it's still a little bit... Team voice is muted, guys. Team voice is muted. I really should learn Caitlyn. I swear Caitlyn is so disgustingly broken. D2 low enough for you to play Draven? Probably not. Your favorite marksman? I love Xayah. I love Xayah. Xayah's my favorite AD, but I don't know if Xayah's super pickable all the time. I think if I were seriously trying to climb, what I would do is I'd just blind Mage's bot and counterpick with Xayah. But I'll try play more Marksman, obviously. Gonna play Ori only? No, I'll try play Marksman. I think I'll only pick a Mage if the game looks like cancer to be an AD. I'm still not really sure what my blind pick should be. I can blind pick Corki, maybe. Counter's pretty simple. Nah, I played quite a bit of Caitlyn before, and like I think it's a lot harder than people think. I think it's a lot harder than people think. Like, if I go to my 80 carry stats, I'm pretty sure my Caitlyn is one of my lower win rates. Oh, actually, okay, I have decent win rate. But it's kind of hard to say, right? Like, a lot of it is in lower ranks. I think my Xayah is my best. Oh, yeah, he's coached me on the Caitlyn combos. Trist? Yeah, I'd like Trist if I have a melee support, I think, but I don't think I want to play Trist if I have a, like, I don't know, fucking Nami or some shit. Not that it's, like, unplayable. Like, I think Trist Lulu, for example, is probably good, but I don't know if I'm good enough at the bot matchups to want to, like, opt into something like that. You know what I mean? Do you recommend any overlay app? Not particularly, no. I'm just use whatever you like.
Shall I turn in my badge and
More games than
rifles
Sivir than
when-
Xayah. Yeah, it's because I was just blinding Sivir every time. You know if hardware bans exist? I believe they do, but I'm pretty sure they're, like, quite easy to, like, break out of, you know? Okay, low-key, I may have to play an AP bot, guys. I'm just looking at this, like, I'm seeing a lot of AD. Want to Jinx blind? I don't think you want to Jinx blind unless you know what your support's playing. If you know what your support's playing, I think it's fine. But, okay, low-key, I want to play Sivir. Is Sivir still good, guys? I mean, it's probably fine, right? Now I want to play Sivir a bit less.
I always take my toll, blood or gold.
What do I want to take? I think we're going this. Or should I go? Okay, I think that might be better. So we're having some CDs really OP. Trying to log into another account that says since the account's banned, I can't play. Oh, interesting. I'm not sure. Yeah, I guess you contact Riot Sport. But I'm not sure if they'll let you in. Hey, not a bad Janna pick. Biggest obstacles to climb in Diamond. It's the same as any rank. You just got to choose something to improve on and then, like, focus on that, basically, you know? If you're ever not sure what to work on, you should work on your first 15 minutes. I think a Zero bot could work. I think you would just get shit on the lane too hard. I don't think the lane would be playable. Do you enjoy playing Yanara? I don't know. Kind of mixed. I don't mind Yanara. I don't think I, like, really like her, though. Yeah. Kind of mixed. Kind of mixed. Is that the same jungler I just played with on my main? I think it is, by the way. Well, if I can get the same people I can get on my main on this account. Do you have a coaching personally? Yeah, if you go to my Discord, there's a coaching info channel that has the private and MLA coaching in it. Do you think they'll buff Azir before Worlds? Maybe. I think they'll leave it for a bit, but possibly, yeah. Ezreal Rel. Okay, I mean, this seems chill. That is the guy I just played with on my main. Alright, let's get it, guys. First ADC game in a long time. Like, actually queuing AD carry. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. Let's see if the AD carries are right and their role is trash, or in reality their role is super broken. Because I think ADC is super broken. Gonna be honest. My playset a bit late. Okay, they swept it anyway. It's fine. I love how much gold you get in AD carry. It's crazy. We're gonna prove these AD carries wrong. I should just learn Caitlyn, guys. Like, maybe... What the fuck? Okay. Maybe that is the angle. No. Not the best. Okay, Prior secured. Kinda need Jenna to, like, get in the bush. Yeah, like, I don't think that should be possible if we hold the bush. The fact that we're losing Prior to fucking melee support is really annoying. Yeah, it's fine. Oh, we got level 2. I wonder if I should go E here just because we're, like, unhealthy. I don't think so. Oh. I think I just flashed early here to save HP. We probably need a base, honestly. Well, it's not looking good. But it's fine. I mean, this Ezreal champ can't win games. We just gotta scale for a bit. What do they have? Graves. Might have to... Dude. Crush him. Can Diana kill? I think she can. Be really good for me. I get KP. Oh, I don't get KP. But actually, I get my item regardless. It's fine. Damn, she didn't hold the wave. Well, she's gonna get another kill. Pretty good. Really fucking good, actually. I think my Diana just entered. Yep. Damn. Well, it's okay overall. Even trade.
It's not stealing if they're dead.
What boots should I run? It's a red boots game, maybe? Okay, my wave's a bit chalked. I need to, like, face check Rel here. Guy's losing a shit ton of health to hold this. Yeah, I think I just have to face check her. Okay, not bad. I like this Darksteel Janna.
Honor is the rust on its
Should I be pushing? I think so. Yeah, that's right. She's buying the right items. That's good. Meanwhile, Rel has a moat. This guy doesn't know. He's a glowing moat. Oh, it's contested. I think Rel's there. I think Janna needs to leave like a while ago.
Has been slain. Enemy double kill.
At least Rel got them both, but... I think my Janna is a little lost.
laws or whatever works.
Could maybe play Yuntal depending on my gold. To add her after game and give her coaching. Why did you put that in quotation marks? Also, I just rather have Viego top. I think we both know why. I will not be talking to this guy before marriage. That's for sure. Will not be happening, guys.
I make my own fortune.
This guy? That mean?
Get paid and get
Okay. No marriage before marriage. Words to live by, guys. Yeah, I could have got one more. Alright, I just need to get my bot quest, then I need to start making money, and then we're going to carry this game. You believe in marriage? Absolutely. Nothing I believe in more. Okay, I've fucking... Nice. Oh, kind of entered it, but it's fine. Nice, went to roll. Gotta play my A a lot better. Do I just buy red boots now? Loki, I think I do.
kings come and go, but
Kind of entered, but it's chill. It's chill. I might actually live this. Oh, nice tornado. Wow, that is really unfortunate. But it's probably pretty good for top. I think I just one-shot this in base again. It's actually not that good for top, like, he just had TP anyway. That's still alright. I don't think... Should I buy a refill? Feels pretty late, but I don't know, it's probably a bad buy. I think it was, because I need slots here to buy Essence Reverb. Not picking Viego would have been good. I like his first item Hullbreaker, though. Like, that seems tech against the Shen, right? Kind of like that.
it's not stealing it.
Kind of a fan. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to end up, like, selling this refillable really fast, so... Not sure I like that. Same time, if like I end up staying on the map a long time here, it could be good. Okay, rolls mid.
Heroes go hungry.
Nice, knew that was coming. I think top 5 should be winning. Oh, Viego missed all.
Ally has been slain.
Or did Janna ult him out of it?
Ally has been
I think
slain.
he just missed.
An ally has been slain.
incredible AD carry. And don't you worry, guys. Like, I will put this game on my back. Just need some items.
An ally has been slain.
Honor is the rust on a dull blade.
I think I'll stay for my cold completion. Yeah, I played for the bot quest completion too.
I'll fight for a cause. I won't die for one.
And keep Ezreal from basing is really good, but I don't know. Okay, nice. Still good. Kind of need to... Like, if I can get the whole cull and then sell it, seems really big. 10 stacks. Hopefully Viego top scales. I'm not sure if it does, though, to be honest. I think aim trainers help you at all with more accurate CSing? Nah, I don't think so. I'm not sure if aim trainers like help me with League at all. But the thing is, like, I already played League for so long before I'd even started playing aim trainers, so it's kind of, like, unfair, right? Like, in theory, I'd already learned all my League mechanics just by playing League. Hey, one more wave? I get a Giga cash in. I'm gonna get a lot of gold here all at once.
The only thing I look up to is the sky.
I'm really close to completing my bot quest. Yeah, there we go. Holy shit, dude, I just made so much money. Okay, nice. I just get my full Essence Reaver. Oh, wait, should I sell... No, I think I do sell this. Bye. Oh, no, it's fine. See if I can run out of base. Might be able to get here and carry this if it goes long. I might low-key... Dude, this guy's a Tiamat on Akshan. What? Is that a build? What does Tiamat build into? Stormrazor? No.
Loyalty is an
Gulp?
It's bugged.
Stridebreaker? Stridebreaker for HP against Fizz?
Wealth is my kind of burden.
Okay, this guy does have Triforce. He's gonna die to bounce. No, fucking Channa got it. Oh. Well, that's not good. That is not good. Triple dagger. Triple dagger. I think I needed to pick something with more early pressure. I should have picked something with more early pressure. I think we need to lock in the Caitlyn next game, guys. I think that's my tag. Gonna boil his Janna? Oh yeah, we will. We will. It is Stridebreaker. Holy shit. It's crazy. He has an Arden. I mean, I am strong, but like the game... I mean, and this guy is useless, so there is a chance I carry, but I think the game might have snowballed too hard already. World famous for your Ashe? Nah, I don't think I'm that good at it. I think I'm okay. Like, I'd probably play if I had a Seraphine, but I think that would be it. Bro, these guys suck, and they're just still killing me. And she stole the shutdown from Viego's TP. Oh my. Well, he kills that guy at least. It's fine. It's fine, guys. It's more Ardent items. It's all good. Fuck, Shen takes turn into into Hullbreaker Viego. Uh-oh.
Your turret has been
Not ideal.
Your turret has been destroyed.
I prefer a girl wants to stack up. True, it's very sexist of me. Can we kill this guy? He has only HP. I think we should try.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Guy might just ult out. Guess she has to make sure he saves her thing. Okay, nice. That's a lot of money. Whoa. Holy shit, man. Back from vacation, ready for some shocking gameplay. Welcome back. I have 2 items. Dude, you get 2 items on ADC so early.
You've got a problem. I've got a problem.
Your turret has been destroyed.
I didn't fucking... Oh, he's dead, no? Ooh. Dude, no shot. Oh, that guy is very, very strong. Watching on YouTube and chatting and strip on Twitch. I don't know why I said strip. Guys, do you think I can get to 4 items before the game is over? Honestly, maybe. Like, they don't have any drags, or they have 1, but like they're kind of slow on the drags. I do actually have time to scale here. Hungry man thinks of bread. Okay, guys. Yeah, I actually think there is a reasonable chance we win. I swear if like Fizz throws his lead once, we probably win. But this doesn't feel good. I need to pick something with more early pressure. I need to try the Kaelin. Is this the first game? No, I played a game on my main, but it was just like horrible quality. Like, just nothing can be done really. Just matchmaking diff.
Your team has destroyed a turret. Your turret has been destroyed.
I was watching Rel on my map. Oh, we give that dragon. I mean, we have plenty of time. Yeah, we just keep farming.
I've got
Corki, well, I don't think Corki's that good. Like, I can play Corki, but I don't really think he's that good. I should just learn Caitlyn. It might be time. Oh, what the fuck? Dude, how are these guys here? Am I just, like, lost in the sauce? I don't know how they crossed. I must just be blind. They kind of crossed so far up. IE or LDR? Honestly, I think it's LDR. Their map cover off. Sure. Oh, I should turn that off anyway. Triple Schlong Sword. I really do think the game is winnable. I think if I get to 4 items, the game automatically ends. And they are not, like, playing that fast. What do you do if she wants a BF sword, but you only have a long sword? Better start farming.
loyalty learned.
No, I'll do the fundamentals to us at the end of the stream.
Wealth is no burden.
Seems like this guy might have entered. Okay, never mind. No one seems to do any damage. Yeah, I feel like I did a lot there, but doesn't seem to matter.
Your inhibitor has been destroyed.
I had LDR for that fight maybe, but I'm too poor. Well, I have Last Whisper. Makes a difference. I don't know if it's going to be enough.
An enemy has been
Nice for the Shen kill. We just need this like Fizz shut down. And then I think as long as it goes to someone useful. What I do if I'm weak and the wave crashes onto my tower and it goes back to the middle and it's pushing them? You kind of cry, to be honest. Like, you just gonna have to do your best. Like, you might have to sack something, try farm from range. You could maybe call your jungler, but I mean, to be honest, it just sounds like you're kind of cooked. Damn, he lived. It's fucking dead. I should have committed hard on the Fizz and just tried to get the shutdown. Well, this is depressing. A depressing start. It's not quite what I had in mind. Never seen a team lose with Graves? Yeah, this champ is pretty disgusting at the moment. This champ is definitely pretty disgusting. How do you keep Wave on your side then to prevent this? You try and hold it, but if they're stronger, like, they'll stop you. Like, the reality is, it sounds like you've either played worse than your opponent or you're in a bad matchup, and, like, you're going to lose something, right? Like, that would be the punishment to blinding badly or to laning badly or something. The solution might be to pick better or to play better or something before to stop yourself from being in that spot to begin with. Real-time damage dealt? I would be down. I'd be down. That'd be cool. It's a shame that you have to die to, like, check how much damage you did in the fight. Alright, let's try kill him. Looks like he's just out. Well, I've been one-shot by Graves, who has 17 kills. Holy shit. Okay, it's alright. This game is my bad. Champ is too slow. I'll pick something more useful early next time. I figured, like, what I would do is I'd just pick Sivir and clear waves in Ezreal, then, like, outscale for free, but I think, it let Rel roam too freely, and, like, Rel roams were better than Janna roams, which makes sense. Like, I'm strong now, but like the game is so fried already. Bro, what the fuck? He just like one-shots me. He hits one auto and I'm just dead. I guess he has 87 hubris stacks. Like, how much AD is that? 500. I've got 186. Well, that sucked. What the fuck? Crazy. Alright, not the best start. I went 1-9. Honestly, I don't think I played that bad, though. Obviously, I could have played better, but I don't think I played that bad. I think champ diff. Alright, let me pick, let's go, what should we play? I should have probably played a mage this game, honestly, because my jungler was hovering AD. Like, you could argue I made him play Diana, but I don't really want to play mages on this account. Let's look for Corki, Caitlyn, or maybe Corki, Caitlyn, or Trist, or Xayah. I think let's look for those four. Something that can pressure lane a bit more. Skin? I don't think I have any. I don't have any. This account doesn't really have skins, from what I remember. What do you think of Jinx? I think Jinx is good if you have, like, the right support. Like, I think Jinx is good with Lulu, Braum, and Thresh. I don't think you really want to pick Jinx without these. I think it's just too vulnerable to just, like, shit tons of threat. Yeah. Like Varus? No, honestly, I don't really like Varus. Like, I don't like Varus because I don't really like poke Varus for a start. And I don't really like on-hit Varus because of the way Blight works. I don't know, I'm just not a fan. I think Varus is a good champ, though. Actually, I think Varus is really good. What do you think is hard about Caitlyn? It's the fact that if you fall behind, you're useless. It's like the same way that Victor is hard, you know what I mean? It's like, you offer no utility, you like don't come back really, so you have to be ahead at all times, and you should be ahead at all times, but you make one mistake and just GG. That's my opinion. Oh yeah, I might give it a try. Might give it a try. Hopefully I won't be 1-9 next time. Seraphine? Nah. No, I'm not playing Seraphine. Hell no, I'm not playing Seraphine. Playing Jinx good with Nautilus. I just think, like, being, you know, as a mobile Jinx without having some peel is really dangerous. But, I don't know, like, yeah, if you can get fed. You can get, like, through the lane, get kills. I think it's good. At least the Qs on this time should be kind of quick. What champ was I going to play? I'm actually going to name a room page, so I remember. What was it? Xayah, Corki, Kate. What was the other one? Guys, what was the fourth one? No, that guys, it was a fourth. This is why we have to name a rune page. Oh yeah, Trist. I'll put Trist on there. If I have a melee support, I might play Trist. I don't think I want to play smaller. I want to play things that can like pressure the early game. I think it's important. Like that game, for example, right? Like I could outscale the Ezreal, but you could argue that me having counter and using it to neutralize is like not good enough. You know what I'm saying? Me having counter pick and not doing enough is a big deal. Like if you use your counter pick slot, you pick after your opponent. There's you kind of need to make sure you play really well, or just like have a lot of pressure. All right, let's try this again. What are the Caitlyn runes? It's probably Fleet, right? I assume most people are playing Fleet, or is it sometimes Tempo? What are the Caitlyn's in my games been playing? They ban Caitlyn. What'll I ban? I ban Fizz. What else is annoying? I don't know. Twitch, Samira.
I could do better.
This Caitlyn was Fleet. What runes are these? This is probably just like this. Oh my god, 25 and 9. Marianne might just be the best Caitlyn in the world. 25 and 9, bro. That's a lot of fucking games. Okay, yeah, just like everything standard. Double BF sword, Stormrazor IE. Is that really the tech, guys? Okay, Ezreal again. Let's so I have a Shen. I could play Trist. I don't know if Trist is good in Ezreal because you can't jump on him. Let's send a Corki game, I think. Match him on the Triforce. Give us a try. Caitlyn's banned, so I'm not looking for it. Ezreal Senna. Okay, well, we definitely win the all-in. I think we're going to get poked quite a bit, but it's fine. We're chilling. Liking the comp, guys. This is looking promising. Looking very promising. Seeing some human champs. It's always exciting. Camille Top? Dude, I think Camille... I've seen Camille Top doing quite a lot lately. Seems to be kind of back. Also, guys, second channel's been going kind of hard lately. That's why we need to do the fundamentals tier list. That's more content to farm over here. Oh, there's this like funny Reddit thread I have to show you guys after this as well. I'll open it up so I don't forget it. There's this like Reddit thread about balance. Let me actually just open this right now so I don't forget. What is this comment? My romantic interest sister is an Omega Trist only OTP. Okay. Damn. W matchmaking? Everywhere from Diamond to Challenger in this game. Interesting. What have I got? This guy's off-rolled, isn't he? Well, so is he. I think they're both off-rolled mid laners. TP as a roll. Interesting. Comic Camille. Yeah, I guess in a Jays. I don't know if it's good. You're a challenger player and you see Diamond Border, are you a little mad? Yes, absolutely. Because like even if the game is like balanced on paper, it doesn't mean it's fun. And I don't know. Yeah, this game looks kind of... The higher ones look scary. Yeah. Yeah, mood. Yeah, I'm guessing we're going to get absolutely shit on early. Ezreal, Senna. I think we'll probably have to give Prior. Do my best to auto, but I think we are definitely losing Prior. Hi, Shot. What's the opinion on my new champ or Orison or Jace Cassio? I think it's pretty good. I'd say, if anything, you're probably just playing too many champs. Like, don't get me wrong, it is a solid pool, but I would say a bigger champ pool is not necessarily better. And unless you can play all four of those champs already at a high level, like, I'd probably say you're biting off a little more than you could chew, honestly. It seems a little overwhelming. Yeah, we're actually CSing decently into the double range. Bigger's not always better. That's right, guys. It's how you use your champion pool. Absolutely how you use it. Well, we're only down 3 CS, guys. It's fine. The duos I play with the size queens, they want me to play all the champions. All of them? Wait, I rumble all that guy. Oh, I'm in trouble. Oh, I didn't flash in time. Fucking entered it. Fuck! Things were going so well. I needed to flash that last Ezreal Q in time, and then I think it would have been okay. Because I brought them away from the... I did bring them away from the scuttle, which was my plan, but... I just went slightly too far. I think they might win this anyway. Maybe not. Ezreal stood strong early. Wow, what the fuck? Low-key Shen is so strong early. What the fuck? Shen just beating them up.
This is major time to ground control.
Lock in. I'm locked in, my friend. Never been more locked in than now. I got a lot of random fucking items.
An enemy has been slain. An
That's
ally
top
has
him
been
pretty well.
slain.
Morality Tourist? Another one, Emmy? Oh, we dodge those? I think Shen kills him. I think he's fucking gone. Get him, Shen. One more. There we go, baby. Wave's pretty good too, I think. It's fine. Okay, it's actually it's kind of bad, but it's alright. Not too shabby. Kills are going to Ezreal. Doesn't matter. Champ's useless. I never go crit Corki. That's a good question. Yeah, never played crit Corki before.
An enemy has been slain.
My god, guys, it's the combo. All we do is just fucking all in. So when are we buying tier? I've kind of changed my mind a little bit. Like, I've decided I actually kind of like the Triforce build now. I don't think any, like, gameplay thing changed in particular. Just, like, I've been preferring it. Feels kind of nice to be able to buy, like, tier on early back and then actually be useful. Well, guys, I'm giga lagging. 43 ping? Being DDoSed. I don't have any drop frames. The ping is definitely spiking though. Probably back. A lot of money. There you go, fruit. Oh. Yeah, I did all that just for me. Cue it like a glitch. Yeah, well, I think it is just my internet, or maybe... No, it's probably my internet. I was gonna say maybe the server, but... Seems more likely that... a flatmate is doing something dastardly on the web. as they're, you know, as they do. Finally hit an ACS per minute game. Okay, onwards and upwards. That's fucking big, man. Honestly, it'll make such a difference. Like, if you get the average up consistently, it'll just, like, you have so much more money. Be so noticeable. We have a lot of gold. PDF really gonna chase me? Oh no! The straight line flash, guys. That's the fucking classic. Okay, surely I'm Mog Ezreal on these items, right? My thought process was always the blind, soon as a counter, Jace, Freddy, and Castle against mages. Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree with, like, your pool. Again, I think your pool is solid. I just think, like, the more difficult champs, or just the more champs in general you have in your pool, like, the weaker you're going to be at each one. Not just, like, playing the champ, but, like the matchups and shit. Like, you spread yourself thinner. So the way I would see it is, like, you should only have that many champs if you really think each one is, like, adding something pretty significant to the pool. And I think if you could drop one, I think it would be good, you know? Wow, Jace just, or not Jace, Graves just gets 50 kills every game, I guess. But yeah, your pool is solid. I don't know. I mean, like, try it and ultimately, like, see what happens. But I think consider if you have, like, a low win rate of 1, like, potentially just dropping it. Wait, why am I building tier Essence Reaver? Oops. Okay, we can sell this Warhammer. I mean, that's actually fine. Or you guys fucking mind controlled me to thinking about Essence Reaver, and now I'm building it. I mean, I can sell it. It's chill.
An ally has been slain.
You got so much money as ADC, it doesn't matter. Build it? No, I can't. I can't. Been seeing so many bad builds lately. It breaks my heart every time. I don't want to join them, you know? I just W on this guy's head. Ooh. I think I'm dead anyway. I should have W in 2. Ah, I can let out. Guys, just saying, if I had a different item, I should have lived. Yeah, shit on Gorky? Nah, you can still play it. You can still play it. I just think, I don't know, again, like, game is so early game skewed. I feel like playing scaling's so risky. Playing scaling without having a strong early game is risky. You know, again, things like Kaelin I think are fucking goated. Or like, you know, obviously you guys are mid laners playing strong mid champs is really good. Bro, am I not logged in? Does this shit really make you log in? Can I not just refresh that? Okay, I'm just gonna hide that page so that it doesn't do that to me. Whenever I use Reddit, I'm like, I always use the app on my phone. I don't really use Reddit on my PC, basically, at all. Oh my god, the fan behavior. Oh, it's just so shameless. They can play it so badly and I still die. I mean, Vlad counterpick is actually good. Like, as long as you can get pressure as Vlad, it's just like, you know, a lot of the time you want. Hamster, 7 months. Oh, dang, that's right. Too many fans. We can do the fundamental tier list after this, maybe. So far, I've played very unenjoyable bot matchups, but maybe that's, like, my own fault.
An enemy has been slain.
Sorry, I'm Lilia. Are you Chinese now, Emmy? Looks like an Emmy kind of name. Kind of picking the things such as Oriana, Sinner, and Azir, and Rise. I think Vlad's probably okay in Wazir, wouldn't it be? Surely. Maybe, maybe not, I don't know.
I'm on it, Black Shoe.
Okay, this guy has Triforce. Dude, no. Fuck. Decent to 0. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really get picked much. Stole that 5 gold from across the map. I have Shen ult. AD main. Yeah, I'm fucking queuing ADC. ADC is so broken. But I need to learn Caitlyn. The most broken champ in the game. There you go, buy my item. Actually, yeah, but I'm playing my AD account. I'm fucking sick of how OP ADC is. Had enough. Just taking matters into my own hands.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Get him, boys. Oh. Flash abusing?
Rampage.
Dude, I can't fucking kill cannons.
Dominating.
I'm on it, Black Shoe.
Here you go, ward. Dude, when they buffed Fleet, I feel like the healing on it now is fucked. Every time I like, what is that? 1300 healing? I swear Fleet used to only be useful for the MS, but someone was telling me earlier about how it actually heals a lot now, and I'm noticing it. I'm seeing it. How's the guy healing so much? How fuck? Why is he healing so much? Should I go red boots? I mean, the game's like over. So it's oh. GG! Fuck, man, this sucks. I want to play a matchup where, like, I have pressure. I feel like I haven't played that yet. Pumping today, well, it doesn't feel like it, but I swear I've played, like, Giga AIDS matchups. I don't know. But maybe that's, like, a cope. I don't know, maybe it's a cope. Gotta get out low prior queue as well. Or not low prior, but, like, active penalties queue. Okay, I'll try pick Caitlyn. Caitlyn's gone. Has anyone ever played Xayah with Fleet? Like, is Fleet good into double range? Active penalties? If you know, you know. This is from the last time I versed a mage bot. You know what I'm saying? Anyone who plays mage bots are pigs, right, guys? Right, guys? I had to say it to him. This is the alt user spam death threats people we don't like. No, guys, no death threats. Bro's trying to blend in. Yeah. Yeah. Guys, I don't know about you, but I would never play a mage bot. ENC is canceled. It's postponed until November next year, which is like, if I'm honest, as good as canceled, because I suspect it'll either teams will have to requalify, or like rosters will change, or maybe it'll just get like canceled altogether. So obviously I don't know for sure, right? But my take is like, oh yeah, they really have no idea. I like that picture with the Eldritch Horror behind the fake lion. I don't think I've seen that. Put that in Discord. I need to see it. All right, let's do one more, and then we'll do the fundamentals tier list. I want to play a nice game. But healing buff is fucked. Yeah. I think Yone is like already. I don't think Yasuo's good, but I think Yone is already fucked, and like he's getting buffed. What happened? They just FF'd at 15. Like, I mean, the game was pretty much over. I mean, like, every role except me was, like, crazy fed. Had all early game champs. Really looking forward to seeing you in a tournament? No, I mean, like, 100% me too. You know, like, I was talking to my dad about it today, actually, and he said it was, like, it was a real shame because, like, I haven't competed since 2021. And, like, my dad used to watch, like, all my games and stuff. So, yeah, it was a bit sad. Definitely a bit sad. And it was also just, like, you know, playing... I'm really happy that... I said this a while ago, but I think I spent my time in Malaysia really well, you know? Like, I really just focused on... Well, obviously I focused on performing, right? And I think I played really well, but I focused on just enjoying the hell out of it because I kind of... Well, I didn't, like, assume that would be the last time I'd ever play or anything because I kind of figured there'd be this tournament in November, but it was just such a... It had been so long since I played pro, and I knew it'd be one of the last times I'd play pro, so I wanted to make sure I really enjoyed it, right? And I think that if this event does end up canceled fully, like, I'm so fucking happy with the last time I spent with the boys, you know what I mean? But I really wish we got to go to Paris or Riyadh or whatever together. I think it would have been goated. Playing competitive and, like, being in person with your teammates is so fun. Shot comes out of retirement, tournament's canceled. That's true, guys. Had to keep me down. Does he understand well the game? Like, well enough. You know. I think my dad's game knowledge, you know, he's never played League, but I would assume my dad's game knowledge is something like that of a gold player or something. You know what I mean? Like, he gets what's going on, which I think is pretty good for someone who's never played the game. But, like, you know, he wouldn't get the finer details, like, at all. Maybe gold even is generous. I don't know. He just gets, like, he understands the big picture. When in New Zealand, Stag ever sign up for other tournaments while you wait for ENC? Well, it's kind of a hard thing because you're actually not allowed to... I don't believe you're allowed to play more than 2 of your ENC players on a team. Because one of the ENC rules is you can't just submit, like, 5 stacks, basically. You know, you can't just say, submit Gen G or submit T1 or whatever. I can't remember if it's 3 or 2. I don't remember. I can't remember if it's 3 or 2. But anyway, no, we can't, basically. Or we'd be invalidated for ENC. It's 3? Okay, yeah. Can you please explain the penalties? Guys, there's nothing to explain. Riot Games unjustly punished me for something that I had no part in. I'm just a victim. Yep. There was nothing I did wrong. Now, to this day, I maintain I did nothing wrong. Fucking ganked. Duck's dad's the same ego as me. No, I mean, he wouldn't be able to... My dad's mechanics would be horrendous. I guarantee it. He only plays games like Satisfactory. I used to play Ark a lot, and actually he used to play WoW, but he doesn't play anything like that anymore. Nowadays, he's like factory maxing, you know? He's always playing like... What else do he play? He plays Satisfactory. He plays like some other management games. Factorio, you know, that sort of stuff. City Skylines. No, I don't think he ever got into City Skylines. Alright, I'm going to try and pick Caitlyn, if I can. ADC. Aren't you going to compete? Well, the ENC thing got postponed until November next year. Dad used to be kicking doors, and nah, he's never PvPer. He's PvE only. But I actually really like RX PvE. I think I'm generally not a PvE enjoyer, but I actually like RX PvE. It's a bit buggy, but I think it's fun as fuck. Like first time through especially, or like taking someone through it the first time is really cool as well. Like, what am I banning here? Dad and Pal World. Actually, my dad and I did play Pal World, but a long time ago, like at the start of last year. We haven't played any of the new update, or, like since it released. Yeah, until next year, it's crazy. Okay, I'm just gonna hover Kate. Yeah, when we played Power World, it was a little like what's the word? I mean, it just like wasn't fleshed out that much. My management, I mean slavery. Still gonna compete. I mean, like, I assume if the event happens, yes, but like honestly, guys, I don't. If the reason they canceled it is because, or postponed it rather, is because they, you know, basically don't trust the Middle East situation or whatever to get better, and they don't want to move it to Paris again. Like, I assume that shit's gonna get worse, not better. You know what I mean? So obviously, like, how do you know? But I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised. Maybe I'm just being like ultra negative here. I am pretty disappointed about it. Maybe I'm just being ultra negative, but I wouldn't be surprised if that shit gets canceled completely. You know. Or maybe, yeah, I don't know. I assume it will happen one day, but who knows what it looks like. Do you know how to draw? Like, you mean like art and stuff, right? Nah, like I'm autistic, not artistic, guys. To be honest. All right, let's see how we go. See how we go on the Kaon. I need to get better at traps. Dude, I went on such a tear, and then I just got like matchmaking diff twice. I swear to God. Low-key, I'm a victim. I'm a victim of matchmaking. Oh my God, I'm versus a challenger Quirky. My God, Lawrence's vain. Sure, Ezreal, yeah, I know. Do you think my Caitlyn's gonna be as good? I'm not sure, guys. I don't feel that confident.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Aside from having a tank? Yeah, I think so. Like, if you want a long fight, it is nice to have a beefy front line.
I'm on the job.
Minions have spawned.
This is like randomly a high-low game, even though I'm fucking Diamond 2. D-Helm? Is that really the tag? D-Helm into Caitlyn? Is that even good? Because, like, you're getting outscaled. You know what I mean? There's no way Corki outscales Caitlyn. I can understand it if it's like, okay, you just, like, survive early and then win later, but I don't think you do. Really, if we fight in the wave, it's good, right? I'm gonna flush too early, I think. Damn. I should have baited them a bit more forward, I think. Fuck. Close. Fuck, everyone is so low. What is going on, man? Are we really getting ganked by Diana at level 2 here? Oh wow, we actually are. That's crazy. I don't think there's really a way out. I mean, it's good for us, guys. 3 CS. 5 minutes of victim IRL. What am I building, by the way? Storm Raider. Is that really the tech? Or is that only if you have enough for BF Sword? Do you go Hex Optics otherwise? I mean, should I just copy the build? That seems so troll. Should I just go Hex Optics, IE, right?
Drop your weapons.
Damn, 26-6 up there. It's kind of cool. Their pickaxe? I'm not sure. I didn't think too much about it because I was trying to decide what item I should even build to begin with. I've probably built wrong. You shouldn't copy my Kaelin build. Okay. Raids are good. A lot of healing.
Me? Not by a long shot. Headshot. I love a good chase.
Bit scared of a Murmur. Oh, I see. Damn. Fuck.
A true professional is always aware of his surroundings.
You guys are not happy. I swear the bot is fine. I mean, this guy is not so fine though, level 3.
Let's wrap this up.
How can I rob you find updates? Go pro builds and just like see what they're doing. Not be reading that out. I mean, this guy's items still are really trash.
Finished before tea time.
Nice. Yeah, Blade's crit lethality? No, I don't like that build. No, we're mogging. Like, we're up 20 CS. Even though we're getting, like, perma-ganked, you know? I think it's fine. And, like, I'm pretty sure we outscaled with the bot lane as well.
I aim to win.
It's my, we're having some difficulties in the other roles. That's just a number, that's right. That's what that one guy said. Wow, that was like the longest fucking thing of all time. Okay, Talon's top. Fuck. I'm an enter. Oh, I'm so bad. Should be free. Oh well, they both die anyway, I think. Or why is this Corki staying around? Ooh. Damn, he actually outplayed him. I should have ulted early. It was my big problem there as well. Should have ulted like the moment I popped my pot. Should have dodged her. I shouldn't be getting caught by like max range like right as he hits 6 too. Like we're so ahead. And I kind of threw it. Oh, this depresses me. Like, I wish I was better at AD carry, you know? Like, this should be so winning. I should be so strong. It should just be, like, absolutely shitting on this guy with, like, no chance for him to come back. But instead, like, I'm 1-3. I'm still ahead, I think, but... I should just be so ahead. I made his bot. Yeah, but the whole point is I want to play Marksman. Like, I think Marksman are really strong, and they're really fun too. But it's just a shame that I'm so bad. Not at Marksman, it's just more like bad at the champs, you know? I think I can play ADCs fine. It's like don't know how to play shit like Caitlyn. Rest is me. Like, what the fuck am I doing? Wait, this should be good, no? How is this allowed? What the fuck's the team? What the fuck? I think I have to stay. Well, that's okay. I think low-key I'd try and stay. This guy's thing is on cooldown. What the fuck? Alright. I'll take that. No, I should have fucking autoed. I didn't realize it was gonna be a crit auto. Fuck, I don't know if I can push that without just dying to this guy. Well, I mean, we're still ahead bot. Like, really ahead bot, but... I'm not ahead enough to carry, I don't think. Did I just buy, like, steel caps? I guess. You're coping? About what? We are ahead bot. What could I be coping about?
An enemy is unstoppable.
Okay. Well, we should be able to survive bot. Corey's gonna die. I think.
I must always be 2 steps ahead.
An enemy has been slain.
Oh, remember his bot. Just get your maps on the left side. Yeah, it's an anti-ghosting strat, guys. Dude, he was not happy about this. Holy fuck.
It seems I may have a new suspect.
Well, let's see if we can defend mid. So this game might be winnable. I don't know though. Holy shit, look at this guy. He is so behind. Bro, I don't. Is this guy like fucking? Are you okay? I don't know what you're saying. Looks like an unplayable cake game. Really? Nah, I swear if I'd played better, I would have won.
Boom. Headshot.
I made a lot of mistakes. Need 5 items now. Working on it.
Someone told
Lawrence's Vein. I got this guy's Kane.
Enemy is
Oh,
dominated.
well, you got one, I guess.
Enemy has been slain.
I do love a good mystery.
I mean, I'm really strong.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Right on top. No, it's Caitlyn, guys. It's Caitlyn. I swear to God. It's just I'm not good at her. But if I just practice her, then I'll carry.
Always maintain a proper chain of command.
Wow. This definitely hit me. I'm just completely dead. Bam. I can't believe it. Fuck, man. Range. Ezreal Jam. Oh, no. I'm not playing useless champs. Can't play useless champs. But to win lane. Yeah, well, I don't want to just win lane. I want to win the game, too.
I'll be adding that to the charge.
I agree that you're useless. Based. Very based. Playing League for the first time in 5 years. My perma game for Silver 4. Alright. You got that, baby. Oh, and my whole wave. Oh.
Your team has destroyed a turret. An
Game is
enemy
lost
has been
already.
slain.
Titans never give up. But I think you're right. I'm just gonna get fucking one shot by Talon. Yeah. Oh, and Diana. Alright, FF. I should be more respectful midway, but I can't be bothered. Lawrence real in vain? He is, yeah. Titans never give up. Well, I never claimed to be a Titan, guys. Titans may never give up, but I sure do.
I'm back on the case. Will not fail.
An ally has been slain. An enemy is legendary. An enemy has been slain.
No, can't see us. I mean, do I? Nah, nothing changes when I get IE. Bro, my jungler's down 100 CS. What the fuck? Is it that serious? OTP scares you the most? I don't know. There actually aren't that many good OTPs in OC, to be honest. I think the scariest thing would probably be like OTP and Bessa, maybe. But I don't know. Like, outside of Incursio, who's like high rank OTPs? I guess there's a few like Fizz OTPs that are kind of annoying if they're blind picking. Holy shit, man. Joe likes feet. Yeah, my champs are very good against Briar though, so I don't really... Yeah, I guess I like never really notice it. But yeah, I agree. Joe's pretty high ranked.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Oh, this is just so fucked. There's just 50 people ganking me at like every opportunity. Honestly, I think if I were better at Caitlyn, I would have won. Also, if I didn't tilt, you know, like all my deaths to midwave are avoidable. But it just feels pointless. Any whiskey after stream? Might need it at this point.
Ally has been slain. Enemy double kill.
It seems I may have a new suspect.
Your turret has been destroyed.
So cringe, man.
Your turret has been destroyed. A summoner has disconnected.
Well, that was not that fun. What's this again? That's like Sleep 23 or whatever. I don't know. I should really do the fundamentals tier list, but I'm pretty tilted. I don't know, maybe I have to like start the stream with this, because like, I just like don't really want to do anything. The game's just fucking miserable. Want to see the trailer? Well, yeah, I want to make it. I just like, I don't know. I don't want to make it when I'm tilted because it's like, it's just going to be worse. Like, I really should make it. I will, no, I'll be right back like 5 minutes and then I'll make it. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. There's a few things we can do. So I like how Shock's only champ with a negative win rate is Azir. You know, funnily enough, I actually had good win rate on Azir in Korea, I'm pretty sure. But I just like can't fucking win with it. And obviously, I don't know why. I think if I go, can I filter by region? I think if I go to Korea, yeah, I have like almost 60% win rate on Azir in Korea. And actually, I'm pretty sure if I go to Season 14, was it? Oh, no, I didn't play it that much here. But yeah, no, I swear to God, like, I swear Azir is actually better in Korea. I know it sounds dumb, but it's like, just the reason is that, it's like got really good gank setup. It's got really good gank setup, and like, you just don't really get that, you know? Like, people don't gank for Azir in OC. Did I have better win rate off stream? No, I lost a couple games off stream. I won against Scout. Okay, looks like oh, this was against Rookie Lucian. I remember that game. I had a game against Scout Zeri somewhere. It was off stream. I remember posting it. I think it was... No, I went like 6-0-9... 6-0-4. This game, yeah, this game here was against Scout Zeri. I'm actually 4-0 on a 0 versus Zeri. Yeah, it was a really good matchup. Damn, what the fuck? It didn't die at all either. I'm a fucking monster. 33 KDA. I agree mid laner uses more drug than other laner. I mean, probably, guys. Like, how else are you gonna cope with fucking getting ganged by support all the time? It's not easy, let me tell you. It's not easy. Alright. Let's see. Yeah, we'll do the fundamentals tier list. I wanted to show you guys this first. Oh, do I really have to log in? I guess I can log in. Hold on. Because this thing's gonna keep spamming me. Let me log in. Okay. Okay, so I don't know if you guys saw this post. Yesterday, we were talking about the patch, right? And all the different changes they were making. We kind of talked about Qiyana a little bit. Now, they've made some more changes to Qiyana. I think I saw them on Twitter about how, like, she's actually getting nerfed in the jungle. So it's, like, purely just a buff to mid lane Qiyana. I just thought this was funny because one thing I've noticed, I don't know how long you guys have played competitive games for, but it literally does not matter who's balancing the game or, like, how the balance is doing. There's literally always someone complaining, you know? There's literally always someone complaining. And what was funny is, like, I'm reading through these comments and I see things like, Freak is gone and we really want Freak back and, like, all that sort of shit, guys. I promise you, when Freak was on the balance team, everyone fucking hated that guy. You know, like, everyone was saying, like, Freak season. And I think the first time I really noticed this is going to show my Unk status, but, like, back in StarCraft, there's this guy called David Kim who used to balance the game, and people, like, hated David Kim. And then he left, and, you know, the game got way worse, and now people, like, beg for David Kim to come back. I don't know. I mean, like, don't get me wrong. I don't think Riot is, like, great at balancing their game. I don't. But I think they probably do balance their game still better than any other game. And also, it's just so funny to me to see, like, the constant comments about, like, Freak on the balance team and, like, wanting him back or whatever. Because, you know, again, it probably is admittedly different people saying it than last time. I just thought it was kind of funny, you know? I just thought it was kind of funny. Zillion added me off the game, was very upset with me. I don't know. That guy was, yeah, a bit of a loose cannon. He was blaming literally everyone on our team as well. Sorry, you're chilling. Okay, let's make the... How am I going to do this? Oh, yeah, I have this fundamentals tier list. Yeah. Okay, so to quickly, like, catch you guys up, yesterday, what I was talking about was, like, how improvement in League is, like, an average, right? And I was giving examples of how you could have a bunch of different skills, and they all average out to, like, how good you are as a player. We're just, like, putting some examples of someone who might have, like, good laning, farming, and warding, but then they're, like, bad at basing and roaming, and so those things could be, like, good to focus on or whatever. So that's what we were talking about yesterday. Today, I'm going to update my fundamentals tier list. So funnily enough, I actually made this in 2023, and it probably has changed a bit. Obviously, I think my opinions would have changed a little bit. And also, the game is quite different than it was back in 2023. So I think it's time for us to make a little bit of fundamentals tier list, talk about what the most important things are, and which things you should focus on. Again, I'll preface this by saying you should mostly focus on things that you think you're weakest at, or things that just, like, happen all the time. So, like, laning phase, stuff like that. Ultimately, though, guys, it does not matter that much what you work on. As long as you're working on something and you're going up in rank, or, like, you're going up in skill, your rank will follow, okay? So you don't need to worry about it too much. Yeah, let's go through it one after another. So I'm actually going to start with matchups. Actually, should I change the colors? I'm too lazy. Oh, no, I should change the colors. Hold on, let's pause. Change the colors. Make S tier as the most important. To be honest, there's no useless fundamental, though. But I mean, it's... Yeah, we could just do this. There we go. Where's the flame your teammates fundamental? I guess that would be mentality. That's very important, guys. You should know how to flame your teammates. Okay, let's start. So, matchups. I think matchups are one of the more overrated fundamentals. Now, of course, not to say that matchups are not worth learning, but I would overall say that just being good at laning is much more important than knowing your matchups. And most of the time, you can also kind of figure out how to play your matchups if you have, like, really strong laning. So, a lot of people do ask me, like, you know, how do I play X or Y matchup? I think it's just enough to know, basically... I think it's enough to know, say, how you play range versus melee. It's enough to know how to play range versus ranged or that sort of stuff. I don't think you need to get super far into the details. It's not going to be useless, and I'd still recommend after you play a game to go to YouTube and type up your matchup. You know, type Center vs. Ori, for example, and just watch it. But I think what you're more watching for is the overall laning fundamentals as opposed to the matchup specifically. That would be my take on that. Map awareness. So this one I would actually say has increased in importance, and I'm not sure if this is because I've coached more people since 2023, and so I've started to see it more. But I actually think map awareness is pretty important. Can you explain map awareness versus jungle tracking? Yeah, let's talk about that. So, in my opinion, map awareness is actually way more to do with what your team is doing as opposed to, like, maybe what the jungles or what their jungle is doing. So what I guess I mean by map awareness overall is just kind of knowing where you need to position or something, maybe on a more macro sense based off what your team is doing. So what I mean by that is, if your team is all in base and you're playing really aggressively on the map, that's like a really scary time to play aggro, right? And I see that in coaching all the time. People playing like super aggro while their teammates are dead or their teammates are chunked or recalling or whatever, and they're still playing super aggro. So I'd actually say awareness of, maybe it's more accurate to say awareness or in tracking of your teammates is really, really important. I think so much of solo queue is about adapting to what people are doing. And a lot of the time, guys, like, people will be doing the wrong thing. That's one thing you just have to accept. People will be doing the wrong thing, but it doesn't matter really why they're doing it. It only matters that they are doing it. For example, let's say that you're trying to contest a dragon and you should all be there 40 seconds before in time to contest, but your AD carry is like randomly pushing top. Again, that sucks. Like, your AD carry probably should be there, but ultimately they're not. And so you need to adapt to that. Maybe for AD carry it's top, you're giving that dragon, and now you have the opportunity to shove mid, shove bot, like get all the waves in. And that's very important. So this kind of goes along with adaptation. I don't know if I have an adaptation thing here. It doesn't look like I do. But I think general awareness of what your teammates are doing is very important. Win cons. I want to say broadly, win cons are actually not super important. Now, I will say I think champion win cons are quite important. So I think knowing how your champion... Oh, keep it scrolled, yeah. I think knowing how your champion wins games is pretty important. But I'd actually say knowing how your comp or whatever wins games is not that important. So mostly, I think you should just be able to execute your role, know what you want to do. And most of the games are won in kind of similar ways. It's generally like, okay, a lot of the game is just getting as strong as possible to win 5v5s or whatever, right? Win dragons, win barons. And pretty much everything else in the game feeds into that, right? Like the laning phase and stuff honestly mostly exists just to get stronger to win those key fights. And the game has become very team fight centric. So while split pushing and stuff is useful, it's again mostly just to generate pressure to make the fights easier, or to generate gold to make the fights easier, right? Like all that sort of stuff. So just straight split push win con, as in you're literally going to take their base, is pretty rare. Although, again, there are certain team, or I guess, yeah, there's certain champions that might do that. Like if you're playing an Illaoi or something, even, I don't know if Illaoi's the best example, but something that's just going to perma split push, maybe. Strong side, weak side. This is more of like a mid-game thing. You could probably consider it under mid-game. I think it's fairly important. It's kind of like map awareness. You really need to be careful when you're playing the side lane. If you're pushing bot lane and your jungler's top side or whatever, you need to be very careful. On the other side, though, like if the jungler's on your side, you need to play very aggressive. So I would say this is reasonably important. It's probably not quite as important as the rest of this. I may move this one around, but it does actually matter quite a bit, I would say. Mentality. I'm going to put mentality in S tier. Now, I remember when I made this tier list originally, I think I put mentality. I remember talking about it and saying mentality could be either S tier or C tier, and my reasoning for that was basically that there are actually quite a lot of people in high rank with pretty poor mentals. You know, so from that perspective, it's like, well, do you actually need a good mentality to reach high rank? Like, probably not. But as we were saying before, right? Like, it's an average of everything. So you can have a pretty poor mentality and still be high rank, but I'd say it's a pretty big. I'm going to say waste of time. So I think the biggest thing with mentality is like League is it's a game that it takes a long time to get good at, and it takes a lot of games to climb, even if you have the skill. Like, let's say, for example, you do have like diamond skill level, it's still going to take you quite a lot of games to get to diamond, unless you're, you know, I don't know, already very close to it, right? Like, if you have to go unranked to diamond as a diamond player, it's still going to take you probably 100 games at least. So it's really easy within those 100 games to just like waste games, either tilted or just like not fully locked in, or from an improvement perspective to play games that are kind of, again, wasted because you're, I don't know, something outside the game has affected you, or it's not a real game for you because you're distracted and all that sort of stuff. So it goes beyond just tilt. I've been talking about tilt a lot lately and how tilt heavily affects you in the moment, right? I think I said something the other day about how tilt probably impacts your LP by like minus 500 or something. Like, it is a pretty big deal. But I think on a long term, it's actually even more important. I think wasting games, not improving, is even more important. So I think mentality is absolutely S tier. You don't have to be like a completely iron, untiltable demon king. You know what I mean? It's more like you want to set yourself up to kind of be in a position to have focused games. So you can do stuff like you can play in 3 blocks, or you can take a 5-minute break after every loss, or you can just stop playing for the day after you lose. You can turn chat off. There's lots of like preventative measures you can do. I think people see mentality and they kind of see that as like, oh, this is like either just something you have or not, and it's like fully emotional. But I think there's lots of kind of processes and checks, I guess, that you could put into this to make your mentality protected, I guess, even if you're a little more fragile. Yeah. That's pretty important. Jungle tracking should be S tier. I would say, honestly, I'm going to put jungle tracking a little lower. So I think jungle tracking on a base level is pretty important. I think the most important thing for jungle tracking is just understanding, is the enemy jungler top side or bot side? I don't think you need to understand where exactly they are. I would also say if you place your wards correctly, you actually don't need to worry about jungle tracking that much. I honestly do believe that tracking your own jungler and your own teammates is more important than tracking theirs. Just because, again, as long as you're hugging to your vision and like to your safety and to your jungler, all that sort of stuff, it's actually probably more important. Again, I do think like knowing on a slight level, knowing where they are, like just again, top side or bot side is kind of nice, but you definitely do not need to know what exact camp they're on or what exactly they're doing. And I think if you're more aware of your own teammates, it's actually much more important. I might do vision right now because it kind of goes along with that. I would say vision is absolutely crucial. I would say vision is insanely important, mostly in the early game. I actually think vision after the early game is not that big a deal, but just the way the game is right now, like again, very early game skewed. Junglers snowball so hard. Support ganks are very common. I think you need to make sure that you have like the right vision around mid. I've kind of made some warding guides in the past, and I might make another one if there's some interest for it. But the short form of it is like, you just want to place your vision a bit further out. Like having vision like this, even instead of this, is quite a big deal. Or if you can have like a really strong side of vision, like if you could have, say, a pink here and a ward here, that's really, really good. Completely protects one side of you, and then you're going to be very safe. I think just having that goes a really, really long way. So I recommend putting a little bit of effort into vision, and you'll get a lot of reward out of it. One other thing I'd quickly say here as well is just if you're playing mid, you've got to understand that a lot of mid's strength is its position on the map rather than the quest. You know what I mean? Like if you're playing ADC, like the ADC quest is insane. It just gives you a lot of gold. And if you play top lane, like you probably feel the stat check nature a lot of the time. You feel the fact that you're just like levels up. But the mid quest is not bad, but it's not amazing. And so if you're like not placing good vision and stuff, like you're not getting a lot of what makes mid strong. And I see that in coaching all the time. How do you ward raptors? Generally, like, you need a pink to ward raptors, unless you're warding early. Because, like, if you ward this later, and you don't have a pink, you're very vulnerable. But in the early game, when the jungler can't really gank easily, it's fine to ward. I'll make, like, a level 1 warding thing at some point. It is biased for mid laners, yeah. But I think, like, I don't know, it's still going to be broadly the same. But yeah, obviously it is biased for mid laners, because I'm a mid laner. You know what I mean? I don't think there's really anything I could do about that. I could try and generalize it a bit more, But I think I'd rather just speak from like what I have the most confidence in. Yeah. Okay. Let's keep going. So, is there anything else that I should do here that goes along with it? I'll maybe say F keys. I might do F keys right now just because it kind of goes with all this. I would say F keys is not important at all. It's like one of the lowest value things you can do. Not that F keys are useless. Like if you're playing a roaming champ, they can be kind of nice, but ultimately, guys, it's one of the just least rewarding things to invest time into. I would way rather you focus on something else. It's pretty low value. It's pretty low value. Okay, let's do roaming and prior usage because I think these kind of go together. I'm gonna put roaming in S, and it's actually gonna be for a different reason than you think. I think bad roams are the single easiest way to throw the game, maybe other than Dyna jungle ganks. So what I mostly mean by this is, by default, most people roam way too much. And I think people just have this idea of like, okay, mid's a roaming role, like I always need to be pushing and like moving on the river and this sort of stuff. And that is true. Like if you can roam at a good time, it is very valuable. But you've got to realize with the way the game works, with how the plates and the crystals and shit work, roaming at a bad time is really punishing. And so most of the time you want to roam like with your wave pushed to your jungler, you know, with to like a lane that has no sums or like has a lot of CC and stuff like that. I'm definitely not saying that you shouldn't roam. Again, like a good roam is really good. But you've got to be so careful, guys. Like, roaming at bad times just loses you so much gold. And, like, if you're the one taking the risk, like, you should be the one, if it pays off, you should be the one getting the reward. And so often I see people take the risk, they get one kill, and they're still behind. You know, they're down XP, they're down now sums, ulti, they come back to lane, and they're just, like, completely cooked. So be very careful with roaming. It's important to have, like, a system for calculating roams rather than just running around randomly. Prior usage is kind of the same thing. I would say prior usage is slightly less important overall. And the reason I say that is because, you know, like using your prior to say ward or base or roam again, like all that kind of, like roaming is a part of that. If you use your priority poorly though, it's not the end of the world. Like if you use your prior poorly, you're probably giving up some pressure of your lane and that definitely sucks. If you know how to use your prior well, that's really important. You know, there's some rules you can do with this. For example, your first wave back on the map, pushing and setting up vision is really good as just a way to make sure you have vision and can always play aggro. But I'd honestly say it's again, not as punishing as getting a bad roam wrong. The other things of priority are not as important. What else can we do here? Let's do all the champion stuff maybe. So, okay, first off, champion knowledge. Champion knowledge is really important. In fact, champion knowledge is probably the single most important. Maybe not single most important, but it's going to be very high up there. If you are just better at your champion, it's going to go a long way, right? And this is one of the reasons why people encourage just playing easier champs, because you get to skip a lot of that. You don't have to invest a lot of time into learning your champion super in depth. Now, I guess on the other side of that coin, if you do have something that is a really hard champ and you spend a lot of time getting really good at it, you will be rewarded pretty heavily. And I think almost regardless of everything else on the list, you know, when you're talking about matchups or champion pool, champs, like whatever, you should pretty much always prioritize comfort. And sometimes people ask me, you know, like when you're picking in champs, like, do you prioritize comfort? Do you prioritize like matchups? Do you prioritize team comp? Whatever. I normally say like, yeah, I try and pick like the best champ for the matchup and for the comp, whatever. But I try and pick from within my pool of comfort. Like you generally want to pick probably from 2 or 3 champs for most of you, and don't generally want to go too far out beyond that unless you've invested quite a lot of time, because simply put, just being better at your champion affects every stage of the game, right? It affects your team fights, your laning, just everything. And also the better you are at your champ, the like more mental, I guess, you have to just like focus on everything else. Comfort, matchup, team comp. Yeah, that would be my overall. Let's get into that because we're going to talk about champ select. I would say champ select is kind of important. Yeah, okay, I will say, I think champ select gets important as you get higher ranks. It does get more and more important. I would say, though, for most players, it's not that big a deal. Like, as long as you're picking a champ you're comfortable on, I would say it's fine. But I do think as you get higher ranks, champ select can start to become a pretty big deal. So, for example, like if you accidentally draft like a triple or quad AP comp, like you're probably going to lose, right? Or another example would be if you can make sure to pick something that synergizes with your jungler. Like if you can play a good 2v2, that's really good. If you can have like a good matchup or a good team comp, like these things do go a long way. But again, guys, it's so important you pick from within your comfort. And I wouldn't even worry that much about champ select beyond that. until you're like at least master, because it's going to overcomplicate it. And just, if you're better at your champ than your opponent and you're better at the fundamentals than your opponent, like that'll be it. And you don't need to worry beyond that point. So just put that right in the middle. But again, as you get higher rank, I think you could argue in like Master Plus that champ select is actually very, very key. You know, like if you have a bad matchup, it's just going to be quite hard for you to have impact over the game. You know, one thing you should realize is that even if you play a bad matchup correctly, it's like, well, if you'd had a good matchup, maybe you'd carry harder. For example, let's say you blind pick and you blind pick something greedy and somehow you manage to go up 10 CS because you're a fucking beast. The thing is though, a 10 CS lead is maybe not that big a deal, right? Like unless your champion scales incredibly well. And it's like, okay, if you could go up 10 CS in a greedy bad matchup, like imagine how well you could do if you had a good matchup. You know what I'm saying? So at that point, it might be like, okay, maybe we should invest into learning more champs or finding holes in our champion pool to fix. And so let's talk about that next. Champion pool is really important to a point. You know, like I'd actually say, again, this is kind of similar to roaming, where I want to put it high on the list, mostly because of the pitfalls people fall into this. So a question I get all the time is like, how many champs should I have in my pool? Or people give me like specific champ numbers. I would say in general, a smaller champion pool is actually better than a large champion pool, within reason. So I guess what I mean by that is you want the smallest functional champion pool that you can have. You know what I mean? So essentially, if you could pick literally one champ and it was good in every game and it was good in every matchup, you would literally just play one champ, because the fewer champs you can play, like the better you're going to be at them, the better you're going to know their matchups, their limits, everything. So when you're making a champion pool, the way I would do it is I would start with one champ. Start with one champ you really want to play, and then you can expand it based on your needs. So for example, let's say you want to blind or you want to OTP Syndra, okay? And you start with that, and that's fine. Then what you decide is like, okay, it feels really bad to pick Syndra and verse like Fizz or Zed or something like that. Then maybe you're thinking about, okay, do I want to pick a champ that counters these? Or do I want to blind pick something else instead? So what I would say is you should slowly expand your champion pool based on need rather than just throwing in champs for fun. You know what I mean? Obviously, if you just want to play champs for fun, that's fine, but then you might want to play them on a Smurf. If we're talking purely like improvement and climbing, I think you're probably going to end up with a pool of like 2 to 4, and ideally, you've kind of gotten to that through some reasoning. You know what I mean? You've started with your OTP and you've expanded out. I'll give an example for me, by the way. So when I was new to this game, I say new to the game, when I started playing ranked, I was a cat one trick, and it just got banned every game. So I dropped Katarina. Then I started playing Ahri, because like Ahri was pickable all the time, and it was pretty strong. I got to gold 2. Now, when I got to gold 2, I discovered Cassiopeia, and I became a Cassio OTP for about 500 or 600 games. And I got all the way to D2, and I was just going from D2 to D4, like basically every week. And the reason, obviously I had plenty of other problems, but one of the big reasons was like, Cassio was not a good blind, and I was just playing it every game. And when I realized that I could just blind Ahri and counterpick Cassio, right? So I kind of expanded my pool based off of like a reason or a need. I went from D2 to Master in like 3 days. You know, I just won every game because suddenly my matchups were so much easier. So yeah, I think champion pool is not that important from the sense of like, I don't care too much what champions you play. When I say champion pool is important, I more just mean like, don't play that many champs. Play basically just like champs you find fun or champs you want to play, and don't overthink it beyond that point. I'm actually saying mostly just like chill the fuck out. Like whatever your champion pool is probably fine. Is Rise of Kali a well-rounded pool? Yeah, I think it's fun. OTP Ori, you don't need a champion pool. Actually real. Zed OTP, then I realized my champ is dog shit, so I switched to control mages, and I find more success. Dude, I think Zed's strong, man. But yeah, control mage is strong too. I mean, you went from one strong champ to others. Let's get some other easy ones out of the way. Let's do sums. I would say sums is probably a D or maybe a C. So the one thing I will say about sums is that if you can try and save them for key fights, it is better. So one thing I see a lot is people flashing at kind of bad times or like investing on the sums when Dragon is, say, 2 minutes away. And so what that means is like, unless with that pick you're getting something really big, you're now going to have to play this like third dragon or whatever with no flash. So be very careful of that. Sometimes it can actually be worth saving your spells and just letting yourself die. Within reason, you know, like don't give your bounties or whatever, but within reason, just to make sure you have those key sums for fights. Beyond that point though, I would say sums are not that important. Sum tracking, yeah, I mean like it depends a little bit on the champ maybe. Like, if there's a certain champ you're playing and it really punishes people with no flash, then yeah, I could see that. But for the most part, I would say Sums is pretty low value. I don't think it's super important. Okay, let's do runes and items. So, I shall answer this. What about picking Ron Sums like Ignite versus TP? I'd say it's not that big a deal. I don't know. It probably matters a little bit, but I'd say overall it's not that big a deal. I still think it's like one of the lower value ones. Okay, items and runes. I'm gonna say this is actually pretty important. I think it's probably, I don't know, it's like a high B or maybe a low A. I'm actually gonna say it's a low A, I think. I think itemization runes are a pretty big deal. So the reason I say this is there's a lot of games that are changed like very significantly through your runes. For example, like if you're playing no bone plating into an assassin or no unflinching or whatever, or you're taking first strike in a matchup you shouldn't, or you're taking like poke runes in a matchup where it doesn't stick. I think it actually goes a pretty long way. Itemization too, I think does make a pretty big difference. Now, I think this is something that affects mid laners more than other roles, to be honest. But, you know, I see, you know, when I'm coaching people, again, I see a lot of you guys like buying poor items, you know, making sure you should try and make sure you have chapter in your second base. Things like Dark Seal, best AP item in the game. Knowing when to buy percent pen versus flat, you know, like understanding how OP refillable is, or when to buy tier 1 boots, pink, all that sort of stuff. So I'd actually say early game itemization is quite important. I think late game itemization, as long as you've got like Death Cap and pen, is not that big a deal. But I would say these are underrated. I think putting a little bit of effort into getting these right does go a pretty long way. Yeah, I think it's pretty important. Okay, let's do some other heavy hitters here. So farming, I think I'll put farming at the very top. I think even more important than champion knowledge is farming. Now, farming is everything to do with getting CS. That means not only your last hitting, it means like how to just like get waves and shit in general. I think the single best thing you can do to like win more games is to get more gold from CS. I think like if there's nothing else you could figure out what to work on, simply just getting more gold through having more minions is the single most important thing you can do. I think everyone knows that. I think a couple things I would say with this, normally when I see people that are bad at farming, there's a couple things. They're either like roaming too often, or they're like really late to waves, or in other words, they're just like giving up too many waves to free, and that they're not actually bad at farming, or they're not bad at last hitting, I guess. They're just bad at being on waves. I think being on waves is very key. And then the other one is just like dying too much, or like getting chunked randomly, and again, just like stacking waves. Maybe mid-game factors into that. I think eventually you'll reach a point where it's just hard to keep up in CS, like especially post 25 minutes. But if you can have good CS for the first 25 minutes, it goes a really long way. Sometimes not how well you last hit, but rather you get to last hit. Yeah, exactly. Like, if you watch through your games, you'll probably see, especially in lower ranks, every now and then you'll just miss an entire wave. And it's like, even if your CSing is earlier last hitting is actually good, if you're just dropping a random -6 here and there, it's pretty punishing. Okay, so mid-game and side laning. To me, this is like kind of the same thing, honestly. Like, I can't remember what exactly I'd specify as different. I would say this is mostly the same thing. Now, I think when I made this a long time ago, I actually didn't think side laning was as important. But I think in modern day League, just because of how much gold there is to get, I would say side laning is really, really key. It's probably not quite as important as some of these. Like, I think the rest of mid-game is probably an A, and the side laning here is, like, very high. I think, to me, this is mostly an extension of farming. I have a really good side laning guide on my main YouTube, which you guys might want to go and look. The core of it, though, is, like, this is, I'll TLDR it. Your goal in the side lane is to push as far as you can without dying. And if you can ever get the wave into the turret like this, this is really valuable, because they immediately lose waves. And then you can also rotate mid and make a play while they're stuck here. That right there encapsulates the entire side lane. It's like the ability to constantly generate gold while also trying to get pressure over your opponent to rotate mid. Now, I'd really recommend you watch the video because it is a little more nuanced than that. For example, if your jungler's top and their jungler's bot, like, you're not going to be able to push there, right? Or if you don't have vision or whatever. Remember, it is push as far as you can without dying. So, you know, don't go all the way there and die. There's other things that complicate it. For example, like, what if you lose your side lane, or what if they have like Nocturne or Zac, Evelyn? There's a lot that goes into it. But yeah, if you're good at side laning, you will win a lot of games that you had no business winning simply by using side lane to make fights easier for you. You know, like, it gets you, again, the gold, the XP, but also the pressure. It makes fights like 5v4s or 4v3s or whatever. It makes them in your favor. Tempo. So tempo is kind of the same. Well, it's not quite the same. I was going to say it's a little bit the same as the map awareness. I think, like, syncing tempo with your teammates is really important. I think, yeah, it kind of goes the same with, like, prior usage and stuff. It probably is an important skill overall. Like, being able to use your time effectively and, like, maximize uptime on the map is important. But is it as important as these things up here? Probably not. I think tempo is like a bit more of an abstract concept. I think the most important thing to understand here is basically like one wave gives you one turn to do one thing. As long as you follow that rule, you probably don't need to know the advanced details of tempo. I think, yeah, as long as you know these other things, it should kind of fit itself in. Hi, Chuck. I was fresh out of prison for breaking my parole in 2009 at the ripe age of 24, and a pal of mine told me to download League, and it was the first game I fell in love with. All my friends were still making street trouble, but this kept me in the house. Played it for a few months, and it was my first MOBA. That fall, I enrolled in college and never looked back. Thanks, Riot. Wow, that's the one good thing Riot's done. When I rated it, I meant for your champ. I meant for your champ. I guess you could say champ knowledge of other champs is really important too, though. But I was like basically exclusively thinking about your own champ. Yeah. Okay, we're almost at the end. Let's do all this kind of like laning stuff. So, as I've said time and time again, I think the most important part of the game to practice and like get better at it and all that sort of stuff is the early game. The early game will always happen, and it's like the first opportunity for you to start snowballing, start getting gold. If you have a good early game, it'll make everything else a hell of a lot easier. So, all this shit is going to be super important. I probably should have grouped this under laning overall. I would say cooldowns is extremely critical. Like, almost always when I'm, like, watching the laning phase, I have to tell people, okay, like, you know, you've got to punish enemy cooldowns, you've got to respect your own, like, if you've used yours, you've got to back off and not take damage. I suppose that goes, like, basically hand in hand with trading. I think it's basically the same thing, because most of trading is done through cooldowns. So, yeah, very, very important. Like, spending time to get good at your laning phase matters a lot. Wave control is probably not quite as important. I think having a basic understanding of wave control goes a pretty long way. Mostly just like, do you want to push or do you want to freeze into certain matchups? Kind of like knowing a few ways to open the game is pretty key. I think knowing advanced wave control is not that critical. Like, it is important, don't get me wrong. Sometimes you want to keep the wave in the middle. Sometimes you may want to slow push instead of fast push, all that sort of stuff. So basic wave control is probably an S, but advanced wave control actually isn't as important. I'd rather you know the other things at that point, but of course it all adds up. Team fighting, super, super key. Team fighting is, I'm almost tempted to put above the laning phase. So this is kind of a hard one to rate because most of, again, I was saying this before, most of the game is built around being strong for dragons and team fights and stuff. So you can argue that if your laning and shit is really good, but you're horrible at team fighting, it doesn't matter how much gold you get, like you may just throw your lead anyway. But at the same time, if you are really good at team fighting and you're really shit at laning, you still might not get, you know, it goes both ways. You may not get the opportunity to flex your team fighting because you just have no money. You've already lost the game. The game is so snowballing. So in any case, team fighting is an absolute S. I think things like target prio and knowing your role and positioning in team fights is really important. I'd actually say a lot of this is also like, I think people underestimate how much of team fighting is like the 30 seconds beforehand. You know, like being in the right position, having your gold spent, you know, like having your sums, having your ult. There's so many fights that are won or lost before the fight begins because people don't have their gold spent or they don't have resources or they're late to the fight, all that sort of shit. So whenever you lose a team fight, obviously you should go back and look at it. But I really recommend watching the 30 seconds before it as well. Or maybe even a full minute and a half before it. It's pretty important, yeah. Okay, mechanics. Mechanics are very key to a point. So, okay, think of it like this. Mechanics do help you at every stage of the game, right? Mechanics help you at every stage of the game, but how much mechanics help you depends a lot on like what champs you're playing. So there's obviously some champs that are way more mechanically demanding than others. Like if you're playing tanks or if you're playing bruisers, that's probably less mechanically demanding than if you're playing like a marksman or a mage or something, right? Even within the marksman and mages, you know, like there's higher APM mages for sure. Like if you compare something like Orianna compared to Lux, right? Or if you compare, I don't know, like Smolder compared to Draven or something like that, right? There's quite a lot of variance. So I think mechanics are really important. But what I would also say is that if you think your mechanics are bad or whatever, like there's quite a lot of ways to band-aid fix them through champion pool. Also, a lot of what people think is mechanics is actually game knowledge. For example, timing harass with CS, or knowing kind of like which way people move. For example, like if you move one way, a lot of the time your opponents will kind of match and move the opposite way. So there's lots of things you can do that look like really mechanical knowledge, but it's actually more like game knowledge in general. So yeah, there's no doubt that mechanics are important. If you do think your mechanics suck and you don't want to play easier champs, you probably just need to play the game more. You can also look into things like aim training and stuff. I don't know how much of a difference it makes for League. I think mostly it's just like whatever you're comfortable on for like DPI and shit. But again, like just more time in the mouse probably helps, at least a little bit. Finally, recall timers. I think this is kind of like wave control for me. I think basic knowledge of recall timers is pretty important. Like if you can reset, say 1 minute before dragon to spend your gold, that's really important. If you can reset after your opponent resets to again spend your gold, come back with resources, that's all going to be really good. Do you need to know the super advanced stuff of recall timings, like syncing with your team, like recalling sometimes first to get prior to stop the enemy mid from roaming? Yeah, it's important, but I don't think it's that important. So let's say basic recall timings is probably an A, but overall I think recall timings is actually more of a B. I don't think you need to be that good at it. It's more something that I think will kind of come naturally as you get good at the other stuff. You'll kind of understand like when you need to reset and stuff. I guess you could kind of say it goes hand in hand with tempo as well, making sure you're not staying on the map too long, but also not resetting too often. Like sometimes I do see people resetting too often and then they're never actually pressuring the map. They're just constantly in base. And that's one thing you should be aware of is that like when you're in base, you're functionally dead, right? So you gotta be kind of careful. Again, staying on the map too long is bad because you have a lot of gold, you don't have pressure, but being in base all the time, you also don't have pressure because you're just not actually there. Yeah. I think that's it. I think that's a pretty good fundamentals tier list. I think we'll leave it there. I will quickly bring up that thing I had before. So this thing here, like I was talking about yesterday, about how everything is an average, you could probably go through and put all of these on the list and try and estimate like where you think you're good and where you think you're bad. And you could use that to kind of tell you which things to work on first. But again, if you're not sure, like everything early game or anything to do with like S tier things up here is going to be super, super rewarding. So I'd recommend those first. Didn't mention blaming teammates. It's mentality. Mentality. It's always good to blame your teammates to not take accountability, guys. Got silver 4. Congrats. Huge. All right, fellas. I think I am gonna end stream. I need to start a little bit earlier, but I've just been a bit busy. Tomorrow, what's tomorrow? Should be on tomorrow, I'm not sure. Remember. Anyway, go sub to the second channel if you haven't already, because I've been spamming videos over here. A lot of bangers. Is mid lane, is there kind of rock, paper, scissors where assassins are good into control mages? I get what you're saying. Maybe on a general level, like assassins tend to be good into mages, right? And mages tend to like scale better, I guess. But it is a little champ specific, right? Because the reality is like when people say mage, like the mage umbrella is huge. You know, like a champ like Lissandra is a mage and she's great versus assassins. Or same with Rives. A champ like Syndra though is like super vulnerable to assassins. So I don't think it's like quite so clear. I'd say it's more champ specific because a lot of those champs build different items or take different runes and that makes a big difference. Yeah. Farming should be inversely proportional to team fighting. I don't know. I think they're both just mega important. Aim training routine that helps me be able to report all for my teammates. Heard this advice if you're not sure what to improve and just focus on your first 8-10 minutes. Yeah, it goes hard. Send a support. My laning phase is much stronger with Fleet Resolve, but I scale much harder with DFT Inspiration. Which runes would you recommend for someone trying to improve? I'm not totally sure because like I don't play Senna. I think what I would do is I'd just go to pro builds and I'd mostly copy what people are running here. What it might be is you run Fleet in like hard matchups, or maybe you just like run, maybe just run DFT always on support. I don't know. This is what I would do because yeah, I don't actually play Senna. It looks to me like DFT is the default, but yeah, maybe it's Fleet in the hard matchups. I'm not sure. You'd have to look into it more. Or ask a support main. Sorry, I can't really give you anything super specific there. All right, fellas. I'll be back on tomorrow, I think. Yeah, probably. All right, see you.